Yo, 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 what's going on at the fight? Well, it's your boy Money back with another one, man. I know we're a little late in the building, but what's going down, family? We talking boxing, and we got a few topics to touch on. That's some good topics, you dig? Salute to my brother BN Boxing in the building. What's going down, OG? See you out there in Cancun, living that good old family life. Living that family life in Cancun. Did it for yours. What's going down, man? Scotty Karate. Knockout was going down, bro. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Nigga was just looking like Wolfman, dog. He did look crazy. Let me see something, bro. Let's send out some notifications. Knockout. Let me know if you want to fuck around, bro. I'll drop that link to you. DNB, I don't know why you ain't fucking rinsed up, bro. This dude look Chris, man. I'm dropping these notifications real fast, man. You're welcome. Trey Finals, what's going down, Brody? Ancestral Rage, what's going down? Sharpen these notifications real fast. Lori, what's going down, Queen? No doubt. Oh yeah, 5 people in the building. Make sure y'all go right there. Click that link. Go on over to Facebook. Follow that loyalty and promotion and boxing group. You won't be disappointed. You understand what I'm saying? You won't be disappointed. And if you is disappointed, then you just a sucker and a hater. Jay, you stay working your ass off, don't you? Accept my request. Accept the request from what? My brother Ack in the building. Ack, what's going down, bro? Man, Ack, my condolences, bro. I see you lost a good friend, man. My condolences, champ. You feel me? I gotta hit you up too, Ack. I had seen your missed call the other day, man. My ass, man. I've been on some other shit, bro. Nigga was going through the ringer for a little bit, bro. I gotta hit you up. Shayna, what's going down, beautiful queen? How you doing? How life treating you, Shayna? Y'all can't hear me. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Is my shit tripping? Like I say, you can hear me. Or they, I don't know. It must be on your end, Act. Must be on your end, my bro. It must be on your end. Knockout. Make sure you drop that link as well. Knockout. You want in? Let me know if you want in like Frank White. Knockout. All right, love. Wanted to say thank you real quick for your support. I'm up to 200 subs. subscribers, bro. We getting you to 1,000, bro. Straight like that. Flexing homie, what's going down, bro? We want 1,000 or nothing less knockout. You understand me? 1,000. All right, no doubt, bro. Hey, and if y'all not subscribed to my brother Knockout 86 Boxing TV, Knockout, I don't know why we got to put the 86. My brother Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to Brody, man. Hey, money, I added you on Xbox, though. What you mean you added me on Xbox? I can't complain, shit. I'm doing great, beautiful queen. I'm doing great. Oh, are you saying just added me on the regular Xbox? Yeah, you got to be. You got the Xbox One, Aaron Jones? Cypress Hill, what's going down, bro? How you feeling? How you feeling? Make sure y'all click on that YouTube link, man, and go show Brody some love. You feel me? Yeah, 200. We're trying to get to that 1,000. Wow, you feel me? Trying to get him to 1,000. Trying to get him to 1,000. None less than 1,000. Beautiful yours say she just subbed. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. But yeah, man, the topics we gonna touch on today, y'all. I gotta find my Dream of Truth link as well. The topics we gonna touch on today, right? UFC fans versus boxing fans. You know what I mean? And how they put that emphasis on that O. How the boxing fans charge the O, but the UFC fighters don't give a damn about the O. Don't get me wrong, the O means something. I ain't making like the O don't mean nothing, right? It's just the way that, you know, boxing fans pretend to be a fan of a fighter until they take a loss. You said you want to wreck on fight night. Oh, hell yeah, Aaron Jones. That's what I do, bro. You know, when I whoop your ass, I don't want to hear no crying. I don't want to hear no crying when I whoop your ass. You feel me? I got to get my Dream of Truth tag back on. What the fuck I done? But man, it's not in my phone no more. But yeah, man, the way boxer fans treat, you know what I'm saying, fighters, and how UFC fans treat fighters, right? And that's why I respect Lori Reed as well. Lori, you know I respect you and I got the most admiration for you because how she talk about how she used her boxing, um, you know, her boxing group. It ain't the shit on fighters, it's the big up fighters. And I think boxing fans need to take a fucking page out of a book because nowadays, she said, I'm not going to lie, I'd be pissed, especially if the odds didn't seem fair. Yeah, but nowadays, like you see a fighter take an L, right? In boxing, it can be a great fight. Let's take Sean Porter, Earl Spence for a chance. Matter of fact, let's not even do Sean Porter. Let's do Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, or Sean Porter, Kell Brook, right? Great fucking fight, good fight. Kell Brook win the fight, become the IBF World Champion, shit like that. But the fight was so fucking good, we could have got it twice. We could have got it twice. You know, Coach, what's going down? Coach, how you feeling? How you feeling, Coach? You know, but the fight was so good that we could have got it. Or let's just say back in, you know what I'm saying, in the golden age, Coach. Back when, you know what I'm saying, boxing at its highest peak, when you was watching, seeing all the good ass fights. MJ's Total Health was going down. Right? Now you lose a fight. These fans are fucking, I mean, these fans act like they're a fucking fan of yours. You know what I'm saying? Sean Porter loses. Sean Porter's a bum. He's nothing. He's Kell Brook leftover. He gonna fight the shit out of Keith Thurman, right? Take an L in a close fight. Close fight. That fight was good as fuck with Keith Thurman and Sean. Good as fuck. Oh, he's Keith Thurman leftovers. Then he loses to Earl Spence. Another good ass fight. You know what I'm saying? Another good ass fight. Right? He's nothing. Washed up. All this bullshit. But if Sean Porter was up in the UFC, and if Sean Porter was doing the exact same thing, having tough fights, right, but just getting an L at the end of the other fight, then you know what them UFC fans will be doing? They'll still be praising their fighter. He'll still be a top fighter. They'll still be talking about him like a top fighter. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, Sean Porter still gets some respect in the boxing game as a top fighter. Damn sure a great fighter. But you'll see these big dudes out here say, oh, Sean Porter ain't shit. What is Sean Porter? He's nothing. Now Sean Porter becomes nothing. You know what I mean? Sean Porter is a gatekeeper. When he's one hell of a fighter. You know, Errol Spence, like, don't get me wrong, I thought Earl won 8-4. You know what I mean? But the shit was so fucking exciting, bro. It was so fucking exciting that if Sean and Earl was to fight in a rematch, I won't be pissed off. I won't be pissed off. But you'll have boxing fans out there saying, oh, what the fuck are we watching this fight again for? There's no need. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know what the fuck they be watching. They be slipping, you know, and it hurt boxing, bro. It hurt boxing. Mikey Garcia lost against Spence, and everyone still fed with him. Oh, F with him. Okay, I got you. Hell yeah, because it was a hell of, like, now Mikey got his ass whooped every round. Now Sean put up a way better effort than Mikey Garcia, and I still respect Mikey. I don't take nothing away from Mikey. I still respect him, right? Not mad that he's fighting Manny Pacquiao. That's what Manny Pacquiao wanted to, because he came back and beat Jesse Vargas. Came up his first fight at 147 and fought Earl Spence. And I can respect that shit. You went straight for the big dog. You tried, you got your ass whooped. You know, Floyd screwed up boxing. Good for the fighters, horrible for the fans. And that's a fact, coach. That's a fact. Because everybody want to be Floyd Mayweather in boxing nowadays, right? Everybody want to be Floyd Mayweather in boxing nowadays. Everybody want to, you know, if I got my, oh, I'm this, I'm that. Even if you ain't really fought no goddamn body. You motherfucking Superman in boxing. You goddamn Superman. But I say that to say, we got to start putting more respect on these fighters that go out there and lose in a great fucking fight and put up a great fucking effort. And we know these fighters. We know these fighters are good fucking fighters, and we know they're going to put out 100% effort every time they go out there and fight. But the fans are so fucking fickle nowadays, right, that they'll look at a fighter, oh, man, if he don't win, he's nothing. He's nothing. You feel me? Deontay Wilder, that's another one. Brought that up, Deontay Wilder. If he don't win, oh, he's a bum. Oh, man, Wilder, he's not this, he's not that. But yet, Tyson Fury is the #1 heavyweight now. Right? Now he's the #1 heavyweight after beating Deontay Wilder. But Deontay Wilder is nothing. How the fuck do you become the #1 heavyweight if you just beat nothing? You see what I'm saying? So it's like these fans, man, they be so delusional and they only want to ride for their fighters or who they like. And if they fighters take a loss, they want to make all the excuses in the world. You know what I mean? They want to make all the excuses in the world. You know what I mean? Press the like button and subscribe to the channel. Facts. Coach say horrible fans. Horrible, coach. Horrible, bro. That's why we don't get rematches no more. That's why we don't get rematches no more. Because they shit on fights. They shit on fights. The fights ain't good. Tell me Keith Thurman and Sean Porter still won't make for another hell of a fight in a rematch. To the point where they saying Turnbull Crawford don't have to fight Sean Porter because Sean Porter is nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like this, it'd be stupid shit that they be talking about, but it fucks up the fight game, bro. It fucks up the fight game. Aaron Jones say, this is why the media shit on black fighters because we don't support a fighter when they are down. That's a fact, Aaron Jones. Bro, that's a fact. You ain't never lied, bro. You ain't never lied. You know what I mean? As soon as the fighter take an L, like take this for instance. I want y'all to really feel me on this. I want y'all to really, really take this shit into consideration and listen to what I'm going to say. Deontay Wilder went on a whole fucking rampage of knocking motherfuckers out to the point he put himself in a heavyweight history of being arguably the hardest puncher in a heavyweight in boxing period. Let's just say in boxing period. One of the hardest punchers in boxing history, right? In boxing history, right? All these big ass celebrities, All these motherfuckers talking about they betting money on him and all this shit. None of these motherfuckers was pushing Deontay Wilder or helped building up his motherfucking resume while he was on that street. 5 years, you know what I mean, reigning as a heavyweight champion. 10 title defenses, tied Muhammad Ali. Tied Muhammad Ali. And I'm seeing fighters that didn't say shit about it. They weren't doing nothing. Deontay Wilder take a loss to Tyson Fury. These motherfuckers bashing him. They bashing him. The worst shit they can say about him, I'm talking about bashing him. Oh, I lost money on his ass. Oh, man, Wilder ain't shit. Wilder ain't this. I'm talking about talking about him bad. You feel me? You the same motherfuckers that never even enjoyed the success when he was going crazy, knocking motherfuckers out left to right. Left to right. But now y'all want to come when the negative shit happen and shine light on the negative shit, but don't want to shine light on the positive shit. And then he was cheated, and we don't see none of you motherfuckers standing up for him. All you hear is motherfuckers talking about, oh, he making excuses, this, that, and the third. You feel me? So this shit, it just be crazy to me, bro. It be mind-boggling. It be mind-boggling. I really want that rematch. I said it since I was watching it live. Which one is that? Porter and Sean? I mean, sorry, Thurman and Sean? Or Earl and Sean? We have to stand behind our fighters. That's a fact. And I mean, we got to stand behind not just our fighters, but boxing. I hated the Wilder fallout. Not just the you know what I mean? We got to stand for boxing, as you know what I mean, as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Your favorite fighters and the fighters that go out there and risk their life for our entertainment, but put up a hell of a fight, whether you're going for them or not. Put up a hell of a fight. Like, for instance, right? Miguel Berchelt just got knocked out to Oscar Valdez. You know what they said about Miguel Berchelt? Who was willing to fight anybody, who was a fucking warrior, who went out there and gave us his best, man, from the beginning to the end, and went out on his motherfucking shield like a man. Went out on his fucking shield like a man, right? Oh, he was nothing. He was never nothing. Oh, he was a bum anyway. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. You feel me? That's the shit I be talking about. Instead of saying he went out like a fucking G, he went out like a warrior, he went out on the shield, he kept trying. You know what I mean? Oscar Valdez got him on that night. You know what I mean? We don't big him up. People that shit on him. But the same people that shit on him didn't even, like, they didn't pick Oscar Valdez to win the fight. They didn't pick Oscar Valdez to win the fight. They picked Miguel Berchelt to win the fight. But since he gets knocked out, he's nothing now. He's nothing now. Former world champion. Defending his titles, I can't even say how many times he defended this title, but I know he reigned for a minute. But now he's nothing. Because he took a loss. Because he took a fucking loss. Now he's nothing. But if that was in the UFC, right? If it was in the UFC, they'll be looking for a rematch. They'll be looking for a rematch, or they'll be still bigging him up, saying he went out like a warrior. But since it's boxing, right? And like I say, fans are fucking fickle. Don't know what the fuck they want. Don't know what the fuck they looking at. They go shit on you. And that's a problem to me, bro. Prime example, Rolly Romero walking around like he the shit and he can't hold Richard Cormier jockstrap, right? Undefeated means too much to some fans. Exactly, bro. Exactly, bro. Exactly. But you know they gonna talk about? They're gonna talk about my guy that took the L to Richard Cormier, though. You know what I mean? They're gonna talk about him who really beat Rolly Romero. They're gonna talk about him, Jackson Marinez. They're gonna talk bad about him. You know what I'm saying? That's why this game, man, this game is just funny, man. It's a funny business, man. They honor the O. That's what I say, right? The O don't mean shit. The O don't mean shit. They obsessed with 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Motherfucker gotta be 1,000 and O to get some fucking respect around here. Damian Lillard said he want to see Sean Porter versus Keith Thurman too. I seen his list. Damian Lillard had a hell of a list, bro. Let me see if I screen record that. I mean screenshot that. Let me see. Hey, Damian Lillard knows his fucking boxing, bro. That man knows his boxing. Nope, I don't even think I screen recorded it. But his lineup was crazy. This lineup was crazy. Damian Lillard lineup was crazy, bro. And I respect him. Bruce Gold is going down, fam. If you're a company, you like the comment, you like the content, show some love, cash out OG money. Deontay Wilder was lynched on ESPN and Black History Month. A lot of people saying that fight too. Why keep saying lynch, Aaron Jones? I don't like the word lynch, bro. 50 years to this night, and they still talking about Ali Frazier, no matter who won. Exactly, Bruce goes. PGH, Big Dog, we going down, bro. Coach said another thing, Wilder ride for his people, and we crucify him like that Jesse Lee Peterson ass dude from that other channel. Hey, Coach, that's exactly who he is, bro. That's exactly who he is. The only time I was mad at Wilder was when he turned down Joshua. Wilder never turned down Joshua. You got to understand what happened with that situation. He never turned down Joshua. Never. They tried to offer him a 2-fight deal to fight Anthony Joshua, and they came back and apologized because they said they went about it the wrong way. He never turned down Joshua. All he did was honor, his word to rematch Tyson Fury. Now, what he did, Lori, thank you so much for the donation, Queen. Much love, much appreciated, baby. Now, what he did, right? What Deontay Wilder did was honorable, and that's what a man's supposed to do. But they're not gonna talk about him jumping through loops and rings of fire to make that fight happen. You know what I mean? Just let me know. Knock out, I'll shoot it to you. Just let me know. Matter of fact, I'm gonna shoot it to you right now. But they're not gonna talk about Troy Lewis. Much respect, much love. Appreciate the donation. Appreciate that, bro. They're not gonna talk about, everything he did before to try to make the fight happen. Right? Everything he did before to make the fight happen. They're gonna leave that out. And I mean, accepting the flat fee, agreeing to all their terms, and they still turn it down. And Eddie Hearn Pops already came out and said the reason why they turned it down. They wanted to drag the fight out and make it a $300 million fight. They thought it was going to be a $300 million fight. And he said, you know what? If we lose, then that's just going to have to be one that we say we we let get away. All right, Coach. Thank you so much, Coach. Yep, I just seen now. Appreciate you, Coach. My bad. I done said your whole name and shit. Appreciate you, Coach. So they're not gonna talk about everything that he did to, right, try to make the fight happen. They just gonna look at, the zone offered him a 2-fight deal, right? But in that deal, they didn't talk about all the bullshit they had in there that they came back and apologized for. They wanted him to fight Brazil first. Like, why the fuck do y'all need me to go fight Brazil first and then come back and fight Anthony Joshua? Like, I can go fight Brazil, then y'all can send me a deal to fight Anthony Joshua. But y'all want to give me this contract. Well, it's a 3-fight deal, sorry, because Brazil was in a play because they wanted AJ to come over here and fight Big Baby first. And if he would have lost the fight, then what they was gonna say, like what they would have had him playing for Wilder then. Now I still gotta wait because he just lost to Andy Ruiz. So what's next for me? What if I don't want to wait? You know what I mean? So it was a whole lot of bullshit in that contract. It was a whole lot of bullshit. D Hodges, what's going down, fam? What's going down? Damn, I forgot what I was talking about, y'all. I wanted to show y'all something. Damn. See, talking about Wilder, that shit, it'll take you elsewhere. But yeah, the fans are fickle, y'all. They're fickle, man. And we got to get back to, and because me and Keon was cooking on this show today and shit. And Key, man, that shit was like, that shit was really, it was needed. It was needed. You know what I mean? Just expression. I mean, just to express how we need to get back to supporting the sport and supporting the fighters. You know what I mean? The fighters that go out there and risk their life, and that's not just the motherfuckers, that's the stars that people, oh, you know his name, I know his name, you know, but the ones that really trying to be great and they lose in the process. And they lose in the process. Yes, I know about that one because I'm from Brooklyn. Which one? Which one, beautiful yours? Boxing and UFC has different skills, and I don't think anyone can really debate that. We're not talking about skills, Ruben. We're talking about the way the fans treat the fighters. The way the fans treat the fighters. You understand what I'm saying? By the best fighting the best over in the UFC, they still gonna be respected as one of the best if they take an L. The best fight the best in this fucking boxing game, they take an L, the fans shit on you and say you're not nothing, you was a hype job. They love using that word, a hype job. Oh, he's just a hype job. He's just a hype job. Disregarding everything that he accomplished or what he did to get up to that point, he's just a hype job. That's the shit that get on my nerves, bro. I mean, that's the shit that get on my nerves, bro. But once they finish, this is what I hate. That's what I hate too. Because the fighters, they got this shit bad as well. When it's time for them to face other good competition, they always want to bring up what has he done. Teofimo, for instance, and I respect Teofimo, rock with Teofimo, respect everything he did in the boxing game. Not pissed off that he's fighting George Kambosos. Not pissed off about that. Just pissed off the route that he took to get to George Kambosos when he could have just said he was going to fight him all along, right? But to say that another fighter haven't done anything to deserve a fight with you, and then you go out and fight a motherfucker that haven't done nothing that the fighter that's trying to fight you done, right? You have no explanation for it. And they'll come up and bring, oh, well, he was the mandatory. We ain't worrying about somebody being no goddamn mandatory. Damn, my husband said knock out the thing. That's what that's been doing. We're not worried about him being the mandatory, right? Because we know that mandatory, sometimes you do have to fight the mandatory. Don't get me wrong, you can't get around it. You can't get around it. But in the Devin Haney and the Teofimo situation, yes. Oh, no, I'm tripping. Okay, that's into it. All right, John, but yes, you know what I mean? The Devin Haney and the T.O. situation. Yeah, T.O. is the number one guy to me. T.O. is not the undisputed champ, but he's the unified champ. And I don't like what he said after the fight when he beat Lomachenko at the post fight. I respected every word that he said, and I believed him. I'm keeping it real. I believed him because I felt like looking at what he did leading up to the Lomachenko fight, the dude is serious. The dude want to fight everybody, and I still believe he want to fight everybody. It's just that when you start saying, "Oh man, you know they haven't done anything," and that they using my name for clout chasing and all this shit, that's another bad situation because that put on the fans to make these fans that's ride with Teofimo like that get to saying the same shit that he's saying. Oh, well, Devin haven't done anything. He haven't done anything and all that shit, which is bullshit to me. Keith, what's going down, bro? What's going down, Brody? You know, which is bullshit to me. Because we know George Kambosos haven't done shit his damn self. Yes, he put himself in position to be the mandatory, But if you ask me, could Lee Selby beat fucking Devin Haney? Fuck no. Fuck no. Could Lee Selby beat Tank Davis? Nope. Could Lee Selby beat Ryan Garcia? Nope. I don't think so. And I like Lee Selby, bro. You know what I'm saying? No. I don't even think George Kambosos can beat Devin. I ain't gonna say think. I know he can't. I put money on it. That Devin, Tank, and fucking Ryan will beat George Kambosos. Right? So him beating Lee Selby make him a mandatory. He didn't really fucking do more than fucking Devin Haney now, bro. And I know Lee Selby is a former world champion, things of that nature. But he haven't done more than Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, and Gervonta Davis. So stop saying what have they done to deserve a fight with you, and that they use your name to clout chase when their name is arguably bigger than your name. You see what I'm saying? Just come out and be real about the situation. I'm fighting my mandatory next. That's what's in play for me. And then motherfuckers can respect it. Instead of having people going around the hype train thinking you fit to fight these dudes, or they got to do this or do that shit, and you looking to fight them. You know what I mean? It don't work like that, bro. Aaron Jones say, crazy part is Kambosos wasn't even worried about the money. Right, bro. That's why boxing need one sanctioning body and one champion in each weight classes. And coach, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. My bro, knockout, what's going down, bro?
What is good, Money Brown TV? What up, chat? What up, everybody? Hope everybody doing good tonight. Thanks for having me on, brother.
Man, it's all good, fam. Like I say, me casa, su casa around this motherfucker. Shayna saying what's up to Keon. We got the OG Kurt Anderson in the building.
Kurt, what up?
Kurt? No. What's going down, Kurt? The perpetual motion and the arithmetics.
The rhythmic movement.
The rhythmic movement, man. I fuck with Kurt.
Yeah.
Jay Reed, what's going down, bro? What's going down? What's going down? But yeah, though, bro, like it's just crazy. Like, yeah, it's just the situation where these fans, bro, and like I say, when we was kicking on Keon earlier, bro, that shit kind of like that was a big fucking situation to me, dog. A big situation. Kurt, we was talking about how the boxing fans treat fighters and how the UFC fans treat fighters, Kurt. And I said, if you have a good fucking fight, and I use Sean Porter and Keith Thurman, for instance, that was a great fucking fight, bro. Great entertaining from the beginning to the end. They'll say Sean Porter is a hype job after that, Kurt. You know what I'm saying? Sean Porter is nothing. He a hype job. He lost all his big fights. Not saying that he went out there and put in great fucking effort, great effort. And if he was to rematch any of them dudes from Kell Brook, Keith Thurman, or Earl Spence, he'll still make the shit entertaining again. But if it was UFC, right? UFC, they'll be wanting a rematch. They'll be wanting to see the rematch. But boxing fans, nope. They talk that shit, man, and they praise that O. They praise that O, bro. And that's the shit that we got to stop. We got to get away. We got to break that cycle of praising the O. Of praising the O. You feel me, knockout? Because I feel like if we can get out the cycle of praising the O, I ain't going to say fans, but fighters. Fighters. Not saying that they want to lose. Not saying that the O don't mean nothing. Because if you can go undefeated through your career, man, that's a hell of a thing. You know what I mean? That's special. But if you lose, we gotta let the fighters know that us, the fans, is still gonna have your back and respect you as a great fucking fighter, bro. If you go out there and put in that type of effort, you know what I'm saying? You put in that type of effort, it deserves to be rewarded as well. And I know people say, "Oh, you don't get no fucking pat on the back for a moral victory." I'm not saying a moral victory, or I ain't saying you to kiss a loser ass, but if they going out there and putting on a hell of a display of their talent, bro, and we see that they damn, bro, look, he could have won that fight. One or two things, around the three, like he could have won that fight, bro. And fighters like that deserve to be praised, bro, and not to be called a fucking hype job or, he's got to do this or do that when he was still right there at that level. You know what I mean, knockout? So it's just crazy, bro. But what's your thoughts on what I'm talking about, bro?
I agree with everything that you just said. And I want everybody in the chat and Money YouTube. Money, you either say stop, and what up, coach? You either say stop or somebody in the chat tell me to stop when I name an undefeated fighter. Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Marvin Hagler, Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson, Miguel Cotto, Canelo Alvarez, Tommy Hearns. I think I already said Marvelous Haggard, Chavez Sr., Eric Morales, and the list goes on and on, bro. That should do it for everybody in the chat, and that should do it for all boxing fans right there, bro. Like, being undefeated means nothing because a lot of those fighters that I name, I say 99.9% of them will beat the shit out of these fighters today, bro. So we got to stop with this undefeated shit. We have to stop pushing these fighters just because they're our favorite fighters and get back to being a fan of boxing first. And that's what the UFC has over boxing right now, bro. Number one, they don't have all these bullshit ass belts. Coach, you said it in the chat earlier. I saw it. I agree with it wholeheartedly, bro. All these belts, that's fucked up. That is not what we need in boxing. But furthermore, as a fan, you got to have some integrity. You got to have a love for the sport over who your favorite fighter is. Because at the end of the day, if you are a true fan of a sport, as I'm a true fan of boxing, I'm a true fan of football. I love pretty much all sports, the big ones especially, though, like football, basketball, and I love my boxing over anything else, bro. And if you really love these sports like that, bro, that means you were cheering before the fighters today got here, and you're going to be cheering after the fighters leave. So to keep your sport with some integrity and to keep your sport growing and thriving, you got to demand a good product. And right now, the product that boxing is selling us is bullshit. And it's bullshit because we have fighters and we have fans that are more worried about protecting their fighters' record and their resume than actually seeing their fighters tested, than actually seeing their fighters take on challenges and take on risks. And I'm not for that shit, bro. And until we get back, and that's what really kind of baffles me about fans and promoters and sanctioning bodies. Like, boxing thrived back in the 80s and 90s. You see the business model right in front of you for the best fighters fighting each other, for being extremely successful, and for fighters being able to make huge, big, mega fights. You see that formula, but then somehow you let yourself morph into this bullshit of prima donna fighters, people being crowned before they actually accomplished anything. Like, no disrespect to Ryan Garcia, for instance. He has talent. You know, he looks like he'll be a very good fighter, but what has he accomplished for us to really be calling him a top 3 or 4 lightweight? What has he really done in the sport for us to be like, yo, he's the one right now? Who has he beat? Luke Campbell? Like, come on, bro. Luke Campbell's never been a champion. He's never been somebody that we look to as a multi-division champion, or somebody that was just a litmus test for greatness or the litmus test for being very good. And so that's my problem with fans, is that we anoint people too quick. And that word great, that word legend, that word being at the top, that should mean something to us. And that's the main difference to UFC fans and to football fans or basketball fans even. That shit means something. When you call somebody the best in the UFC, you really mean that shit. And it's really clear. And the reason that it's really clear is because they weight classes have one belt. The reason that it's really clear is that Dana White makes their best fighters fight each other. And so it's easier to follow. Boxing is too convoluted, bro. It's too confusing for people to follow. And so what people have gone to is they've gone to these little tribes and these little cliques of, okay, we're going to ride heavy for Canelo Alvarez over here. You know what I'm saying? He can do no wrong. Then over here, we're going to ride heavy for Terrence Crawford. He can do no wrong. Okay, Earl Spence, he can do no wrong. And you find your favorite fighter, and people become a fan of that fighter over a fan of boxing. And to me, that's the main problem with the sport, bro, is that people ain't really fans of the sport like that. They just fuck with who they fuck with in terms of their favorite fighters, and so they gonna protect them, bro. Like, as a fan of boxing, like, if you a true like we can do the Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney thing real quick, and then I'll pass it back to you, Money. Like, if you're a true fan of Teofimo Lopez, for the life of me, I don't understand why you make excuses for him not to fight Devin Haney. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you're his fan, if you rocking with him heavy, shouldn't you want him to fight Devin Haney, to shut Devin Haney and his fans up? Shouldn't you want your fighter in there like, yo, bro, I want to see my fighter beat him because I believe my fighter will beat the shit out your fighter. So set that shit up. Ain't no impediments. He say he the WBC champion. I think Teofimo Lopez is rightfully the champion. Set that shit up. Let's get it popping. I'm pushing for that fight if I'm a fan of Teofimo Lopez, because I know I'm a fan of both of them, but I cater to Devin Haney most, and that's my thought process. Shit, I believe my guy can beat your guy. Set that shit up. I want to see the fight. Win, lose, or draw, I want Devin Haney to get that fight, bro. And I don't understand why people are moving like that. So the main difference, just to sum it up, I think UFC fans are more realistic. I think they really want to see who the best is, and they'll ride for their favorite fighter, and they don't fall off on their favorite fighter. If they take a L, they still ride with him and say he or she is going to win the next one. Boxing fans ain't really a fan of these fighters like that, bro. They really base their fandom more on who they dislike. Like, yo, I'm going to dislike this fighter over here, so I'm going to cheer for this other one over here because that's who he's going against type of shit. Like, it's just fake shit to me. And until they get back to fighting each other, bro, until they get back to the times of yesteryear when boxing was at the forefront and one of the big sports in this country, the only way to get back to that is by doing what they used to do, and that's by everybody fighting each other. And I just named a bunch of fighters that these fighters today can't hold a candle to, bro. They can't hold a candle to them right now. And the reason that they can't, it ain't talent, it ain't skill, it ain't for lack of being able to do it physically. It's the mental game, and it's actually wanting to fight the other top fighters, bro. Those guys back in the day, they fought each other. These dudes need to start fighting each other, and guess what? That makes for a better product. More people will buy, more people will tune in because they actually have some intrigue and there's some suspense in the fight, bro. Right now, we are watching fights that we know is what's gonna happen. It's just like going to the damn movies, the movie is ruined because you already know what the hell is gonna happen. Somebody will spoil the damn movie for you. You don't want to sit through that movie. You don't want to go pay for that movie. You don't want to watch that shit. It's the same thing with boxing, bro. Like, yeah, I watched Canelo Alvarez and Avni Yildirim. Did I pay for that shit? No, I'm not paying for that. I know what's going to happen, bro. I know what's going to happen. You know what I will pay for? I'll pay for Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez. I'll pay for Canelo Alvarez versus a Caleb Plant or versus a Jamal Charlo or some shit. I'll pay for Canelo Alvarez versus Earl Spence because although there will be a favorite in those fights, I don't know what the hell is going to happen, bro. And until we can get back to having some intrigue in boxing and some suspense in boxing, shit's going to keep dying, bro. The sport is dying. If y'all didn't, if some of you fans didn't know it, it's dying right now, bro. And that's my take on it, bro.
All facts. All facts. Shout out to my brother Blue in the building. Blue is going down. I don't know if he's still in the building or not, but shout out to Blue. Appreciate you for jumping in, big bro. Them was all facts, bro. All facts. And when you said that about Teofimo and Devin, that's why I say, like, he said when Teofimo said what he said afterwards, he made a lot of people believe him, bro. And I still believe that he will fight these dudes. I don't think that he won't. But he went on that hiatus, and that type of shit persuaded the fans, man. Because fans are like sheeps in boxing, bro. They're like sheep. They can get pulled left to right. Left to right. If it's a fighter that you like and he say some shit, oh, that fighter don't deserve to fight. They're around. That's just like us coming in here saying, oh, well, guess what? Terrence Crawford don't deserve to fight. I'll never say no shit like that. I'll never say no shit, oh, Terrence Crawford don't, because I know how good Terrence Bud Crawford is and I want to see the fight. You know what I mean? If we talk about the business side, it's just because of what we know. You know what I mean? But I want all these dudes to fight each other, the best versus the best. But like I was putting it on the fans, if they knew that if they was going to take an L and could still make their money and could still be praised as a great, as you just named the fighters of yesterday, all Hall of Famers, all got losses on their records. But I bet you, knockout, once they took an L, they fans want to see them right back in the ring and see them do that shit again because they know that they can win that fight. You know what I mean? Nowadays, they write you off. Oh, we don't want to see him fight, man. He like, why do we want to see him fight? He's a bum. He lost. Like, okay, that was one fucking fight. It was one fight. Let's see what happens if they do it twice. Or let's see how his career plays out when he go fight the next great fucking fighter. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it do have to do, like people saying, got that one strap in the UFC. That shit do means a lot, bro. That means a lot. But it's only one man that's matchmaking. You know what I mean? That's Dana White. And he's doing a great fucking job. Like I say, you can say what you want about him. He's a slam ball. He's sleazy. He don't pay fighters what they deserve. We can't say that motherfucker don't make the best versus the best. Mm-hmm. Day in and day out. Day in and day out. We know every Saturday it's going to be a UFC card. If it ain't every Saturday, it's every other Saturday where you got a fucking pay-per-view card going down. And that shit's doing great numbers. People are buying that shit. Left to right, no complaints. Nobody, I haven't seen nobody, and I don't even watch the UFC like that, but I haven't seen nobody come out and say, oh man, Dana White continue to put this shit on pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? He ripping the people off for shit like that. I ain't seen nobody say that shit. They'll say some shit about him not paying the fighters what they deserve, but they're not talking about the fights getting made, the best versus the best. You know what I mean? Let me read a couple of these comments real fast so I can catch up. I don't want to leave nobody out. Big Dog, what do you say? Too many damn weight classes. Okay, talk to each other. Mike Hughes is going down. He say it's not really the fighter's fault when the promoters and managers co-sign on the stalling and other bullshit. Well, the fighters do have something to do with it as well. I was telling my nephews everyone is super safe. They looking for that bag and fame. Say this makes so much sense. I always looked at who can go against my favorites. Exactly. They should want to fight the best. Like Roy Jones say, man. If I couldn't find a fight, I'm going hunt. I'm gonna go hunt. If I want to be the king of the mountain, I'm going hunt. Okay, let's see. Promoters never give fans what they want. Real fans. He's talking to him. Shane say talk to him, knockout. Jay Dixon in the building. He said UFC to MMA is kind of like the WBC to boxing. Yeah, but the UFC making the fights happen. Oh my God, that's so true. I pay for what's the most unpredictable. Exactly. Shannon Salute Blue. My brother Will McClady in the building. What to do? What to do? Be more in the house. He say promoters and sanctioning bodies ruining boxing. Yeah, because they looking for the biggest bag, man. They're looking for the biggest bag. But I'm just here to touch on because like it's what we hear all day, man. It don't matter. You can jump from channel to channel. Everybody got their favorites. Everybody likes certain fighters. You know what I mean? But you still have to be real with the entire situation of boxing. You can have your like. I'm not gonna knock nobody for having their picks. You can have your picks. You can rock who you want to rock for. But don't shit on the next fighter to build your fighter up if the next fighter is doing this fucking job to do. You know what I'm saying? To put himself in position. Even if he got a loss on his record. Even if he got a loss. Because nowadays, like if you fucking take one loss, they try to throw your ass in the back of the bus. But the fighter that they want to see you go up against next, can't even like my dude knockout say, can't even hold your fucking jockstrap of who you are and what you did in the boxing game. You feel me? So it's just like we gotta come to common sense out here, bro. And like I say, get back to praise the sport of boxing or combat sport in general, just for what it is. Combat sport. You like two mans go in the ring. We know one man go win. Of course, it can be a draw. But majority of the time, one man go win, one man go lose. You feel me? One man go win and one man go lose. But just because that man take a loss don't mean that man ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the shit that begin to me, bro. And that's the shit where I get past, like, you can't even put him, like, for instance, Tony Harrison. Oh, my fucking God. Tony Harrison, bro. One hell of a fighter. One hell of a fighter, bro. Nobody gave, like, when he fought Jermell Charlo, nobody picked Tony to beat Jermell, including myself. I didn't pick Tony. I thought Jermell won the first fight. I went back the second time. I see how Tony got the fight. I can't sit up there and say, a lot of people like to scream robbery. I can't sit up there and say that shit was a robbery because it wasn't. It wasn't a robbery. And Tony Harrison did what he had to do to become a champion. But now that he took another loss to Jermell knocked him out. Now he's just a gatekeeper now, knockout. He's not good though. Now he's a gatekeeper. Just because he went out there, of course, he got stopped by Willie Nelson. He was beating the shit out of Willie Nelson. You know what I'm saying? Willie Nelson came back, stopped him, got the W. Fought Jerry Hurd, had a great fucking fight with Jerry Hurd before he started slowing down. Jerry Hurd ended up stopping him, beating him. Right? Went in there, because after that fight, they wrote him off. He was wrote off. Came back, beat fucking Mel Charlo, became world champion. You know what I mean? Went back, rematched him, took the L. But now Tony Harrison is a nobody.
Yeah, now, and then the reverse of that too. Like Charlo took an L to Tony Harrison, and if by that logic, I guess people want to write him off too. But now some people have him at minimum, in my opinion, he's pound for pound top 5. Some people have him as high as number 1. You know, based on who you talk to, it's subjective. So I'm not here to argue that. But your point is valid though, bro. Like a loss shouldn't hurt you. Like Tony Harrison is still a contender. Tony Harrison, if you really watch the fight, bro. If you really watched him against Jermell Charlo, even in the second fight, bro, he was boxing well. That fight was a toss-up. Even with the knockdown early, Tony Harrison was doing well in that fight, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And then Jermell caught him in the 11th round with the power that he has and the dog he got in him, and he ended up stopping Tony Harrison. But the overall point, to act like Tony Harrison all of a sudden can't be champion again, To act like Tony Harrison all of a sudden can't beat everybody, probably not named Jermell Charlo if he's at his best, bro. He's still a top 5 person in the 154-pound division. So the people that say he's a gatekeeper all of a sudden, bro, I don't think they know what the hell they talking about, bro.
I remember when Charlo, now see, beautiful yours, let me tell you something. She said Charlo was kind of a crybaby, but is a good fighter. I'm gonna break that down to you. But when Charlo took the L, right, he became a hype job to people. These motherfuckers, bro, I remember it was a whole community of these Negroes talking about Charlo don't stand a chance. He need to change trainers. Derrick James is nothing. He's not going like he's terrible, right? So now, okay, leave it in microwave, Raj. I'm gonna warm it up. I'm done. So now, right? I swear to you, bro. They bashed Jermell Charlo. Nothing. I swear, bro. Talked about him bad, bro. Like he can't beat Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison just too good for him. Jermell Charlo is a hype job. I told y'all Derrick James can do shit for him. He should have stayed with Ronnie Shields. Talked about him bad, bro. This man go out there and get his title back. Now they reversed to Tony Harrison. Oh man, Tony Harrison was, you know what I mean? It was just this. He dumb. He like how they flip flop. But I say that to say, this the type of shit that happened when the best versus the best.
Yeah, and real quick, bro, before I lose you're right, bro. Real quick before I lose my train of thought, like boxing is a microcosm of life, y'all. Like you can compare it to life. You can compare it in our country, especially, bro. Like taking an L, taking a loss out here, man, like it can make you better. And what I believe happened to Jermell Charlo is taking that loss to Tony Harrison made him a better fighter, bro. And so if we don't give our fighters chances to take a L, get up from it, and see how they respond to it, and we try to hold them to this level that they got to stay undefeated, they'll never take risks. They'll never fight the other best fighters because as fans, we're telling them this is what we expect for you to be great. When in reality, some of the biggest come-ups and some of the best fighters that have ever fought, they got so much better after taking that L. They learned so much more from it. You know, boxing, just like in life, bro, it ain't about getting knocked down or getting hit in the mouth because everybody gonna get hit in the mouth in real life and in boxing. It's how you respond when that shit happen. And Jermell Charlo, to his credit, responded correctly, worked on his shit, and now look at him, bro. He's one fight away from undisputed because he didn't give up, because he continued to work. And we got to give our fighters a chance to do that. Like, I know you say you don't really follow UFC heavily, but there was a guy who his name is Robbie Lawler in the UFC. He was a career journeyman, bro. He was a career journeyman throughout the majority of his UFC career. He ended up becoming champion and had a damn good run as a champion in the UFC, all because the fans were still rocking with him because he fought hard, he kept coming back, he kept getting up, and he kept giving people exciting fights, and he eventually became a champion. What we rob ourselves of when we praise the zero or praise that oh so hard, what we rob ourselves of as boxing fans is boxing doesn't get to have its Robbie Lawler anymore. Boxing doesn't get to have its Mickey Ward or its Arturo Gatti anymore because we write those people off when they take L's now. We don't cheer for those type of people anymore. We only want to cheer for undefeated fighters, and we want to protect those people when they're undefeated. And then if you take one L, you all of a sudden become a hype job. That shit's bogus to me, bro. And that's what boxing is missing, is that comeback story. We don't even give people a chance to come back anymore, bro. That shit's crazy to me, man. We got to stop that shit.
Look what Marcus Davis just said. Everybody did the same with J-Rock when he lost to Jermell Charlo. People was writing him off. Then he came back and beat Jarrett Hurd. Not too many people picked J-Rock to, man. Nobody probably picked J-Rock.
Nobody picked that shit, yeah.
In this team. And J-Rock is my guy. Fuck with J-Rock. Go get him on the show, bro. And we talk. But to be real with you, I didn't even take J-Rock to beat Jarrett Hurd. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't think J-Rock gonna beat Jarrett Hurd, bro. And that's just real shit. But it just had motherfuckers just switch over so quick, bro. They switch over so quick. Coach say being great has nothing to do with being undefeated, man. You couldn't say it
right, Coach. Whoever you got, I'm sure whoever your number one fighter is that you got all time, Coach, I guarantee you they probably ain't undefeated. If you don't mind me asking, whoever put your greatest fighter of all time in the chat. I'd be willing to bet he ain't undefeated.
Mm-hmm. Now I want to touch on Beautiful Girl. She said Charlo, you know, was Chef Kerry, thanks so much for the donation. Much love, much appreciated. It wasn't that Charlo was crying, right? It was just that Charlo is a passionate fighter. Like Charlo, Jermell Charlo is a passionate fighter. And he mean what he say, and to me, he say what he mean. A lot of people gonna say this shit, oh yeah, crybaby, this, that, and the third. When you in a sport like boxing and you very competitive, like Jermell Charlo is, because Jamal, like they very competitive, I didn't look at that as crying. I looked at it as a man that went in there and gave it everything that he had, right? He felt like he wanted to fight, and he was just expressing himself the way he expressed himself. You know what I'm saying? Him and Tony went back and forth. Tony held himself down. Tony carried himself with class. And like you said, okay, take the loss like a man, this, that, and the third. But some people, like you say, they use that shit as motivation. And as much as Charlo said what he said, he used it as motivation. And so did Tony Harrison. Because the rematch went short of the first fight. That shit was fireworks. Like Tony Harrison fought his ass off in that second fight, bro. Like the body work he was putting in, like Tony Harrison looked so fucking good in that second fight. I was like, God damn, Tony, you're on your motherfucking job, dog. And not only that, the injury happened to where they had to sit out for a minute, and he still came back and looked at damn good. He came back and looked at damn good. You know what I mean? But I just looked at Mel Charlo as a passionate fighter. It's just certain fighters like that to where people look at it and make it seem like he crying. But if you listen to him, he just keeping it real. He just competitive, right? He felt like he wanted to fight. And when you undefeated and you take that first loss, that's how you go feel. And I, to be honest with you, I know everybody should respond with dignity and have, you know what I'm saying, class. And so, and you know what I mean? I took the L, you know what I mean? Better luck next time. But certain people that like Jermell Charlo go out there and say what he say, you just gotta look at how they respond back. If they come back and they get the W, then you can say that boy just wears hard on his sleeve. If you come back and you take an L, then you can say he let it distract him. You know what I mean? So it's different ways you can look at it. I look at it as he wears hard on his sleeve. He went out there, he used that shit as motivation. He came back, he got his scrap back. Now, if he would have came back and fought a stupid ass fight and went out there and just trying to knock a motherfucker out, then I'd have been like, see, man, you let that shit play into your mind and it fuck you over. You're not mentally tough enough. But he came back and he did what he had to do. So we can look at it in different ways. But Tony, I respect Tony Harrison because guess what? As much as Tony just took it like a man, right? Because come from different areas, he felt some type of way. Look at him, he like, fuck. Y'all remember? He like, man, fuck. Like, he like, man, like I had that shit. But that one slip up, and that's how boxing is, bro. Just like life, like you said, knockout. That one move can cost you. It can cost you small, or it can cost you big. You feel me? But it's damn sure gonna cost you.
And then just in general, just to add to that, bro, like, so for me, like with my
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Yeah, he told me, yeah. So for me, bro, like just with my children, with the people that I'm a fan of in sports or whatever, I want you to care more. Like I would rather you care too much and be more passionate than to act like you don't give a damn at all. Nothing irks me more than a professional athlete that act like they don't give a damn about nothing, that's making millions, that's doing their thing, and they could care less if they win or lose, as long as they get their money, as long as they perform well individually. And so I tell people that all the time. I'd rather have to pull you back. If you're my child, I'd rather have to tell you to calm down, not care so much. Hey, it's not that big of a deal. You know, you got to be on this one, but if you keep working hard, maybe you can get an A the next time. I'd rather have to tell people that type of shit than to have to try to push them to try harder, than to try to have to push them to care more. So Jermell Charlo, in my opinion, bro, he just cares, bro. And I take that any day over somebody that don't give a damn whether or not they win or lose. Like, I'd rather you know what I'm saying? I'd rather you cry. I'd rather you talk about, hell no, I won. I beat the shit out of this person and I want my rematch. I'd rather you be doing all of that hooping and hollering than to just act like you don't give a damn, bro. Like, so I'm with you on that one, man.
Facts. Hey, coach, this my look. Floyd's my greatest of all time, but this is my greatest fighter right here. Like, I think Floyd's the greatest of all time to me, if you ask me. But my greatest fighter of all time is this man right here, bro. This man right here, Jack Johnson, because of the shit that he done in the era that he did it in, bro. The shit that he done in the era that he did it in. Not only that, though, knockout, the way he carried himself. The way he carried himself, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to respect Jack Johnson for doing the shit that he did, bro. Like,
Yeah, hell yeah, you hitting that hoe. Anybody that was a black man living in those times in like the
Those times,
late,
bro.
the late 1800s, early 1900s that was doing the shit that he was doing, bro. That you can't compare that shit because yeah, Floyd had his issues and they tried to do this and that to him, but Jack Johnson lived in a time where motherfuckers will kill you straight up because of your skin color and get away with that shit.
Get away with it. I'm just about to say it, bro.
Especially if you a confident black man that act and move how he acted and moved, like they will try to get your ass. And for him to still move how he moved and carry himself with the dignity that he carried himself with, shit, bro. Like I wouldn't argue with it. Somebody come tell me Jack Johnson is the greatest fighter of all time. I don't argue with him. I don't have nothing to say to that.
I'm trying to tell you the shit that he done in the era that he did it in, dog. I'm talking about where they had come surround your ass and all they gotta do is make up some shit back in those days. You know what I mean? And then he was dealing with white women. Like it was so much they could have did to just kill this man and got away with that shit. It ain't funny, bro. You feel me? So back in those days, it was crazy, dog. And you gotta respect Jack Johnson. Let's hear me say my favorite fighter of all time is Hitman Hearns, Tommy Hitman Hearns. That's a good one, champ. That's a good one. What McClady say, I agree 1,000%. Can't stand someone with no passion for their shit. Exactly. I think they cut his brakes on his car.
See?
Johnson car? Uh-huh.
Damn.
On his record and era, so much respect for personal. Like, hey, on his record and era, so much respect for personal. What you talking about, beautiful yours? You talking about Cholo? Oh, I don't knock you.
I think she's talking about Jack Johnson because he was messing with them. I don't know. I ain't going. Yeah.
Hey, but you know, he had a black woman at first. She left his ass. You know what I'm saying?
You said it. I wasn't gonna say.
Jack Johnson had a black woman at first. When shit got tough, she left his ass. He like, fuck that shit. That's gonna be the last. And it wasn't the first time that happened, bro. I forgot what happened. It was something that happened where he like, fuck that shit. That's gonna be the last time these black motherfuckers leave me. Jack Johnson say, fuck that shit, dog. He say, no, Jack Johnson, shit. Jack said, I done tried with y'all black women. Shit.
he gave up.
Right. I done had enough. Every time shit get rough, y'all want to run out the door on me and shit. No, I can't keep going through that. But nonetheless, though, man, in those eras, the shit he did, it was just crazy. It was just crazy. And he became a public figure. I'm talking about race car driving against the top. Man, it was just so much with Jack Johnson, bro. But, you know, just to say that, to say, you know, we got to just start respecting the sport more, bro. Respecting the sport more. And not always, you know, trying to find not trying to find a silver line, but always trying to push, you know, because of this and that on this fighter, on the other fighter. Like, for instance, people always like to compare shit. Oh, well, he got to do this and he got to do that. So why can't this fighter do this and do that? Man, listen, fuck that shit because like, for instance, fuck his name, Yurjin, right? Canelo Alvarez faces Abner Yurjin. Oh, well, look, y'all ain't say shit about Earl Spence going up against Ocampo. Like, they always want to find something to attach themselves to say this is the reason why that was good. Now, WBC came out and told us Canelo wanted that fight. That's the fight that he wanted. They didn't want the fight. But by him being Canelo and bringing in the money, they're going to let this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? So we got to stop. Or it can go either way. Or, well, y'all going to let him do this. Y'all ain't saying that when this fighter did this shit. It got to get down to the dignity of the sport, man. Get back down to the dignity of the sport. If we know, like you said, Knockout, ain't no way in hell I'm going to pay for no fucking Canelo and fucking Abner Yurjin. I know what the fuck. We all knew that fight wasn't going under 5 rounds, bro. We all knew that shit. And then he go in there, he don't come off, and then motherfuckers want to say witness greatness. Now, Canelo's a hell of a fighter. I'm taking nothing away from him. One hell of a fighter. But don't blow that shit out of proportion. Like, oh shit, you see what he just did? Because I don't give, look, this is just me. Yes, it's a W on your record. But when I talk about Earl Spence, I leave fucking Ocampo out the equation. I leave him out. Because I knew what was going to happen in that fight. I'm like, Ocampo, man, Earl go body his ass under 3 rounds, and the man went out and won.
Yeah, and furthermore, if you comparing that shit to Abner Yildirim, like, don't get it twisted. Ocampo was not coming off a 2-year layoff. Ocampo had never lost before he fought Errol Spence. So y'all can miss me with that shit. Go ahead, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off. Just want to put that out. People trying to draw that comparison. It's not comparable at all. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Yeah, he was undefeated at that, but still, I still don't add Ocampo into the mix when I talk. I leave him out because I know what they go say. I leave him out for personal reasons because these motherfuckers, oh well, y'all want to do this and they'll try to use that shit to try to make an argument on one side. But even with that being said, hold these motherfuckers accountable. Like Knockout said, you should want to see your favorite fighter fight the best motherfuckers out there. You should want to see the shit. You know what I mean? And if he lose, you don't jump off the bandwagon. You stay down. You feel me? You stay down. That's when we got our ass whooped. We take that one. But the bounce back is so much more better than even the first half of winning the fight. Because you're going to have naysayers and haters and doubters. But if you're a true fucking fan, you're going to stay down. You're going to stay solid, dog. You're going to stay down. You're going to stay solid. Because look at Charlo. Charlo. But I was trying to say, look at J-Rock. Jarrett Hurd, for instance. Let's take Jarrett Hurd right now. Look how many people shit on Jarrett Hurd, bro. They shitting on him. Oh, man. Hurd, we ain't seen him in so long. He this, he ain't that, he this. But Hurd working his ass off now. But they shitting on him. They jumped off the bandwagon, right? I still want to see Jarrett Hurd and Jermell Charlo get it on, bro.
Yeah.
That still is one great fight. Now, credit. In my video, like I said, he's going to face the man to become undisputed now. You know what I mean? Because Brian Castano, if they make that happen, I think it's going to happen. He's going to face him to become undisputed now. But Jarrett Hurd can go have a fight and fight somebody to put himself in position to fight Jermell Charlo. And even though you ain't the champion, it's still a big fucking fight because now you fight for undisputed in one fight. And that's still a great fucking fight, bro. Still a great fucking fight, dog. And I want to see that shit so bad. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to say that Charlo got to turn around and fight him right now because we do want undisputed. And there's nothing bigger than undisputed right now. And Brian Castano is a very credible fucking opponent. But I will tell you this. I will say this. If it was between Patrick Teixeira and Jarrett Hurd, I would want Jarrett Hurd. You know what I mean? But even though I know
even if Teixeira had the belt, you'd want that.
And that's what I'm gonna say. Even though he got the scrap, no. The fight with he will fight Teixeira. He will fight him. Like that's gonna be the fight he'll want to fight. But if you ask me, Monty, would you rather see Charlo versus Jarrett Hurd? Would you rather see Charlo versus Patrick Teixeira? I'll take Jarrett Hurd. I'd be like, you know what? I understand. Yes, the history is starting to become undisputed. And I'm not saying that it ain't worthy. I'm not saying that, going to pick Teixeira over Jarrett Hurd, you ain't supposed to do that shit because it is the history, the undisputed this time. And if it was to happen, but if you was to ask me, I would take Jarrett Hurd because I feel like it's the more credible fight. I feel like it's the more competitive fight. And not saying Patrick Teixeira ain't credible at all because he is a world fucking champion. He fought a good fucking opponent to become world champion, and he stopped. So he's very credible. But I just look at Jarrett Hurd and I say, that's the fight that I always wanted to see. Jarrett Hurd is a bad motherfucker. Could Patrick Teixeira be Jarrett Hurd? No, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so. You know what I mean? So if he go fight motherfucking Jarrett Hurd over Teixeira, I respect it as much. That's the fight that I want to see because I understand how that fight will go. You know what I mean? But it don't take away from Patrick Teixeira. It don't take away from Jarrett Hurd. But I'm just saying how people shitting on Jarrett Hurd. And, oh, man, I don't want to see that fight now. What the fuck is he done? He just got his ass whooped with J-Rock. Okay, J-Rock just fucking lost to fucking my man Charlo just beat. Banana. You know what I mean? But I just say that to say respect these fighters because just because they lost don't mean that they ain't gonna put up a great fucking effort in the next fight, bro. But let me get to some of these comments right now and I'll let you cook. He say Pac-Man got the juice for me, bros. It's what he does in and out of the ring. All-time great in boxing and cleaning up corruption and politics in this country. I respect Manny Pacquiao. I respect him. A loss is something you can get over, but a robbery, shaking my head, worst feeling ever. Yeah, we know robberies. Like Laura got robbed in the Paul Williams fight. That's a robbery. That's a robbery, bro. I agree. All that hard work. I guess it was the hard work you put in the gym to go in there and get robbed is definitely the worst, especially a fight you should have won and know you won. Yes, if it is a robbery, and we all look at it and say that shit is a robbery. I used to joke and say Hurd lost because he didn't want to marry his girlfriend. If you was following, he said if you win that fight, he would ask her to marry him. Damn, did he ever? I remember she wanted him to move out his mama house and shit like that. I think he moved out.
Making too much damn money to be staying with his mama, man.
Yeah, that boy, he was still staying with his mom. I bet hardly nobody paid for that Canelo versus. You have to be a fool. They never gave us numbers on them. That's the thing about the zone, bro.
We never get Canelo's numbers.
We never get the numbers to see what this shit done, but we crazy to say Errol Spence is, you know what I'm saying, leading the way right now when it comes to pay-per-view numbers and shit like that. You know what I mean? So they'll never tell us. I respect fighters, even if they take a loss. The only time I lost respect is if they do what Yeardrum did. I would never watch them again.
Hey, he got a paycheck, coach.
A big ass paycheck.
Paycheck, and that's
you should see how bad they robbed Floyd when he was at the Olympics. Just watched it. Man.
Yeah.
I thought Floyd won, right? But I'm not going to look. Look. It was close, bro. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie. When I watch it multiple times. I still see a close fight. I'm just being real. Unless I watch the wrong damn fight, like when Floyd fought in the Olympics, bro. And I'm gonna watch it again tonight to make sure I ain't tripping. But you know, I felt like it was close. I like to say it was a robbery to me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But did I think Floyd won? I thought Floyd won the fight. I did. Just like with Shakur Stevenson and Robeisy Ramirez. Shakur let it slip away. Point-wise, yes. Professional style-wise, yes. Olympic style, you got to get them dudes their credit. You know what I mean?
And I feel like that made Floyd who he is. Shit. If he'd have won that, you never know. He could have been arrogant, maybe not worked as hard throughout his career. That could have made him who he is, bro. Taking that L and then coming in and accomplishing what he accomplished in the sport. So he was better for it. Shit. He was far better for it. So it is what it is at this point.
That's a fact, bro. It's a lot of people. So it's a lot of people being robbed in the Olympics. I watched that fight plenty of times. I feel y'all on that, bro. But man, let's touch on these fights that's coming up, Knockout. What's your thoughts on the up and coming fights, bro? The first one though, like I really like Estrada, Chocolatito too. Let me sip this soda while you cook.
Yeah, so in that fight, man, I'm having a hard time because it's such an even fight. They fought before. Chocolatito, I believe, got the first one. It was years ago though. That was years ago. So I'm gonna go with Estrada in the fight. I think he's younger. I think he has more left in the tank than Chocolatito, in my opinion. And Chocolatito, of the two of them, he's been knocked out before. I believe by some. I forgot the dude's name. His name started with a W. I can't think of the dude's name, but he got knocked out.
Visar Ramasal.
Yeah, he got knocked out, and so I'm gonna go with the younger, fresher fighter. If nothing else, but for that, it's always hard with these smaller guys, though. Just because they throw so many punches in there, and it's so hard to tell, and it's not a lot of power behind a lot of the shots, and so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be action packed. It's gonna be a very, very fan friendly fight. But I'm gonna go with the younger guy in this one. I think he's gonna be stronger. I think that he is going to learn from his first matchup against Chocolatito. And I think he's going to beat him. I see him stopping him late. I think he wears him down, with all those punches. And Chocolatito has just been in a lot of wars, man. He has something like, I want to say 50-something fights. Yeah, like 50, 55 fights, something like that. He has a ton of fights, bro. And I just think it's time, bro. He's 33 years old, been in a lot of wars. I think he passes the torch, not voluntarily. I think Estrada gonna take it, but I think he passes the torch to Estrada this weekend, man. I think Estrada's gonna stop him late. I'm gonna say probably stoppage by the 10th or 11th round, and get Chocolatito up out of there, man. That's my thoughts on it. I think Estrada's gonna win that fight, man.
Man, it's gonna be a good one, bro. It's gonna be a damn good one. But I'm gonna ride with my boy Chocolatito. Chocolatito, my boy. I'm a fan, bro. But Estrada, if you ask, he has got way better. He's a hell of a fighter. But I think Chocolatito, man, just his style of fight, and the way he bring it on, he bring the pressure. You know, first fight was a good fucking fight, super good fight. I still think he got it though. I still think he got it. You know, Rumbleside was a strong motherfucker. When he stopped him twice, I think he stopped him twice. I mean, he is a strong dude, bro. Strong dude. So could that wear and tear on Chocolatito? It could. It could. You know what I mean? So I just look at it like um Chocolatito. I think he more skilled. I think he more skilled. Just me. Like at first, bro, I used to love like how he fought because it looked like he used to use a little bit of his defense. He used to use a little bit of it to where he was, you know, slipping punches, countering, catching your ass and shit like that. Two, where it did look like he slowed down a little bit and not getting hit with a lot of shots. Like he used to getting hit, but not like lately, bro. Lately, I'd be like, God damn, bro. He said Gary Russell versus Ray Vargas done deal. Oh man, hell of a fight.
Yeah, I just saw that. I saw that shit too. Yeah,
hell of a fight. So you know what I mean. I think Ray Vargas coming up. You know what I mean. So I look at it like you know, it's gonna be like if you ask, Estrada might be the favorite in the fight. You know what I mean. I want to check and see. I think he might be the favorite in the fight. But now that was a robbery, Key. But you know, I think I just think Chocolatito might still have his number, bro. I think he might just still have his number. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at the first fight, like I say, it's very entertaining. I go back and watch it. I don't think Chocolatito Force, how can I put it, bro? I don't want to say let's go just, you know, lose that step against Juan Estrada because you fought him. You know what I mean? When you face somebody, you know they skill set. Not saying to go forget how you fight things of that nature because once you click it in there and you really see, okay, this is the motherfucker you like to do this and do that. Do Juan Estrada change up a few things as the fight goes on, or do he stay the same Juan Estrada is what I'm going to be looking for. You know what I mean? If he stay the same Juan Estrada, once the shit heat up, I think Chocolatito pick up on that shit and continue to do what he did in the first fight. But if he changed those few things, he most definitely can pull it out. He most definitely can pull it out. I don't see a knockout though, bro. I'm keep it real. I don't see a knockout. I feel like they both go take each other's shots very well. And I think Chocolatito get him on the cards. I think he get him on the cards. But it's a possibility because they up in a little weight class where the power will get a little stronger. But I think once they heat up, I think it go all 12. And Chocolatito might pull out a split decision. He might pull out a split decision. But could Juan Estrada go out there and knock his ass out? Very well can, because he's been knocked out twice, so he very well can. But I'm looking forward to this fight, bro. Like this is the fight that I'm most excited about for this week, to be real with you. I'm most excited about this fight.
Me too. That's gonna be the one I'm tuned into the most as well, bro. I ain't gonna argue with you, man. We're gonna see. See who's right, see who's wrong. I'm sure we'll talk about it, but you got some valid points, man. Chocolatito beat him the first time, and fighting somebody the second time, you get a good idea of their ability, and you know them a little bit. Even if they do get a little bit better, at the same time, you know, we always say it, bro. Once them punches start flying, bro. Once they start connecting on each other, all that new training, all that new experience you done got, that's gonna go out the window because you in there with a familiar foe, and y'all gonna be throwing them punches at each other and getting back to what y'all did the first time. So I feel what you're saying. I just believe Estrada's gonna be a little bit stronger, man. I think it's gonna be a little bit too much for him this time, and I think it's time for the torch to be passed, bro. I really do. So we'll see though. Shit, you know, I'm excited to watch a fight because I want to see great fights, y'all. I want to see great fights, and this is a great fight, people.
Hell yeah, it is, bro. Hands down, like 6:30 is a great fucking fight. Hands down, bro.
Yeah, Coach. I know you ride with Regis. I don't know if that's a topic tonight, but we're gonna have to talk about that one day.
My homeboy Regis was on IG today. He lost, but I'm riding with him until the wheel. Oh, yes, sir. No, he just saying in general. He just saying he took a loss. So he just saying how we talk about how they take a loss, and that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about the Tank Davis back and forth, but yeah, that's how you supposed to do it.
Hell
that's
yeah.
You're supposed to ride for yours, bro. At all times. Like I'm the biggest example of that, bro. I've been a Dallas Cowboy fan for 34 years, man. All right, we ain't won a Super Bowl since I was 10 years old, man. I'm sad over here.
Out, bro. And I was a Cowboy fan too when I was on that. I'm still a Cowboy. That was my daddy's favorite team. That's why I was a Cowboys fan until I grew up and got my own identity. But I still love the Cowboys. Like I say, bro, I was Emmitt Smith, bro. You couldn't tell me shit. You couldn't tell me nothing about Emmitt, dog.
Number 22 and everything. Literally.
Yeah, bro. I was Emmitt, reading the books, reading everything, bro. I was Emmitt Smith like a motherfucker. I still love Emmitt. You feel me? I still love him, bro.
I still got my damn bunk bed sheets from when I was a kid, bro. I had Dallas Cowboys bunk bed set with the Emmitt Smith picture and the Michael Irvin picture and the damn Troy Aikman picture, bro.
Hell yeah, bro.
We just signed Dak, so I don't know whether to be excited or sad, but we just locked him up.
I was saying he got that 40 he was looking for.
Yeah, he got that 160 million. So
yeah, that boy got that 40. But Raymond Ford versus Aaron Perez. Raymond Ford and now with his toughest test, you know what I mean, to this day. Aaron Perez is motherfucker 10-0 with 6 knockouts. You know, Raymond Ford is up and coming 8-0. You know, they put him in there. Look, hey, I interviewed Raymond Ford, bro, that New Jersey boy. So I'm liking that fight for him, bro. I'm liking that fight for him. That's a step up. That's a step up. Then on the same court, Austin Williams, Ammo, he taking on Dennis Duggan. What a hell of a fucking fight. I like that fight. Right. Then
I'm going with Raymond and Ammo. Shit.
And Ammo. Okay. Yep. Okay, well, this is the fight I want you to touch on. Jessica McCaskill taking on Cecilia Brækhus in a rematch for Undisputed.
Ooh.
The women's.
I'm gonna go with Brækhus, bro. I'm gonna go with Brækhus. I'm gonna go with the experience and her OG-ness about her, man. I gotta go with her. The only person I like more than her in women's boxing that I've actually seen is gonna be Clarissa Shields, bro. I gotta go with Brækhus, bro. It's that simple for me.
Man, Jessica McCaskill, that's my girl, man. Me and her, we talk all the time. I'm riding with her again. You feel me? I rode with her the first time. I said she was gonna beat her, become undisputed. But did I honestly think she was gonna win? I didn't know. I'm like, shit, I'm just riding with my girl because that's my girl. But that motherfucker Cecilia Brækhus, she was undisputed for a while. She reigned, you know. Now, you know, even in the fight, right? She fought Cecilia Brækhus. She didn't fight her fight. And yes, Jessica was bringing the pressure because Cecilia is a boxer. You know what I mean? Yeah, she tried to bang it out with it. And I was a little mind boggling. I'm like, God damn, you trying to bang it out with it? Like, if you go fight her fight, but I think she's come this fight. I think she fight her fight, and it's a possibility that she come back and get her titles back. It is. It really is a possibility.
That's why I was saying it, bro. Like, she was out of character. I think she'll fight more in character, and I think she's gonna prove to be the better boxer. And you know, women don't have a lot of knockouts and stuff anyway. So I think as long as she can keep her distance and box and do what she's capable of doing, I think she'll win on points. But we'll see.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one though. I like it. I'm rapping my girl Jessica to retain the titles though, but you know that's gonna be a toss up right there, bro. That's a toss up because I feel like a Cecilia fight, she can easily you know, be in new once again. You feel me? We might get a third fight. You feel me? And I know you said that's the fight you like besides Clarissa, but Katie Taylor is one of my favorites too. I fuck with Katie heavy.
Okay.
The WBA Super World Light Flyweight title on the line against Axel Aragon Vega and against Hiroto Kayachi, right? I think that's gonna be a hell of a fight. To be honest with you, that's the smaller weight class. That motherfucker super light. I mean, hold on.
Super junior flyweight, bro.
Right.
I'm gonna keep. Look, I'm not familiar with either of those dudes, but I'm gonna tune in and try to learn.
I ain't even sit up here and fake it like I am.
I'm not even gonna be fake with y'all. I gotta keep it real, bro. I'm looking right now to see how big that is, bro.
Yeah, the light flyweight. You hear me? So I seen it's WA Super World, so it's a world title. So you know
they're grown men walking around at 108 pounds.
Hell yeah, bro. That's my, man, who was that I was just talking to about that shit? Say we already little. Oh yeah, Le Cash Flow. He was saying that she like, you gotta think about it. He like, man, we already little as fuck. You know what I mean? We're throwing 1,000 punches, but he said it make their fights more dangerous than the other fighters. You see what I'm saying? By them being so little and they throwing so many punches and they catching each other because them hitting each other in the face, they strong as fuck. You know what I mean? They strong as fuck. And you gotta think about how little they is too. So they
you easy to knock out. You easy
Yeah.
to it starts when you leave it like that, bro.
Yeah, they really absorbing that motherfucking pressure and punishment. They really feeling that shit. So
They
that's gonna
gonna
be a good ass fight though.
5,000 punches, money. They gonna throw like 5,000 punches,
Man,
man.
about 5,000 that motherfucker.
I'll be watching that shit.
Yeah, that shit gonna be entertaining. So man, the card is fire, bro. This is a fucking fire card, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Shouts out to the zone, bro. This card is fire as fuck. Like that's something we can't deny that. But we also got David Benavidez going up against Ronald Ellis. Let's check out the card. But you know, David's back in the ring.
I already know who you picking, and I know who
David gonna beat his ass.
David gonna beat the shit out of that dude, man. He gonna do it.
But Ronald Ellis, you know what I mean? 18 and 112 knockouts. I know Ronald too. I know him. You feel me? But you know, David gonna beat his ass. That's a fact. We got Jose Matias Ramiro on the card. Going up against Isaac Gonzalez. That ain't Matias, is it? No, that ain't who I thought it was. Jamante Clark. Shouts out to Jamante Clark. Terrell Gaucher back. So Jamante Clark versus Terrell Gaucher. That's a good scrap, bro. That's a good scrap. That's a good scrap. You know what I mean? Terrell Gaucher. What did he just? Let's see. Yep, off of Erickson Lubin. This is fight since Erickson Lubin. He had the draw against Austin Trout. You know what I mean? Came back, lost to Erickson Lubin. Now he back in there with Jamante Clark. And that's a solid. If he go beat Jamante Clark, that's a solid win. That's a solid win. I picked Terrell Gaucher to win that fight, but I like Jamante too. So that shit gonna be solid.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. Terrell, I think, will get it. He'll put himself back in contention or whatever. I think it might be a little too early for Clark. We'll see though.
Yeah, we'll see. I like that fight. I like that fight though. Let me get some of these comments in. Will McClay said, if my guy Blue reported, shit is done. He said, we may need to take a page from Deontay Wilder book and speak it, believe it, receive it. I've been praying for a Gary fight or Gary back. Gary back. Okay, he said that about Regis. Coach say, Saints forever. Yeah, I'm a Rams fan for the rest of my life. Regis nice though, but he got bigger fish to fry. Gnaw and stand up. Yes, sir. Gary Russell versus Ray Vargas. It's a done deal. Yeah, Juan Estrada is a beast. Sometimes it don't seem like he get the credit deserved. We see if he can get his payback against Gonzalez, or Gonzalez just might have his number. But it's going to be a war, though. That's for damn sure, Marcus Davis. For damn sure. When it comes to a rematch of a close fight, I favor the more experienced fighter. Okay, Dirty Press. So that means you're going with Chocolatito. Estrada got a nice combination for real, for real. I'm taking Japanese cat. Who is Japanese though, bro? We talking about Estrada, who is Mexican.
Talking about the dude you name.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm like, hold on now. You putting Estrada and my guy Chocolatito. Neither one of them motherfuckers is Japanese.
Yeah, he talking about the
Coyote dude.
108 pounds.
Left them motherfuckers with one finger and shit. Here's a fighter I feel will emerge in 2021. Virgil Ortiz Jr. What you think? Yeah, man. Virgil Ortiz is a hell of a fighter, bro.
Yeah, he got the scrap against Maurice Hooker coming up this month. That shit gonna be live. That's fighting right down the street in Fort Worth. I might go to that fight. Shit.
Yeah, Burt Knuckles fight, coach. Yep, I watched it, but I ain't. The last one that happened with them girls, man, that shit was crazy. Man, Keith was talking about that shit. But touch on that fight a little bit, Knockout.
Which one?
Maurice Hooker and
man, so to me, man, I've done a prediction on it. I'm gonna do another one because it was when I first started my channel. I wasn't as experienced, so I predicted that fight like months ago when it first got announced. I need to do another one so it's fresh when the fight's about to come up. But what I think is gonna happen, man, I think Maurice Hooker, he has some of the same, and it's interesting to me that he's trained by Bomac now, but he has some of the same things about him that Terrence Crawford has, where he has this propensity, bro, to like get into dog fights and to fight people, inside the pocket and not use his length as I think he should use. And if he starts getting hit, if he starts getting in the war, he'll just try to sit there and bang with you. And I think that was to his detriment against Ramirez, bro. I think that's kind of what ended up causing him to end up getting stopped in that fight is that he was trying to bang in there with Ramirez instead of using his length and instead of boxing him, because he does have some good boxing skills and he is slick when he want to be. And so I think the same thing is going to happen against Vergil Ortiz. The way I see the fight going, I think Maurice Hooker's experience, his boxing skills, the fact that he has fought, tougher people up to this point in his career, I think he's going to be able to take advantage of that for the first few rounds. I think he boxes well. I think he frustrates Vergil Ortiz, but I think eventually Vergil Ortiz, being a younger, stronger, harder puncher, is going to be able to cut the ring off. The much younger guy is going to be able to cut the ring off, and I see him eventually stopping Maurice Hooker somewhere between the 6th and the 8th round. And I always worry about a guy who just got knocked out coming up in weight, bro. Like, that's one thing I don't like. I don't like you being at 140 pounds, through the majority of your career, being a champion, obviously, and being a very good fighter. Don't get me wrong, Maurice Hooker can fight his ass off, but when you come up in weight, man, the dudes up there, number one, they take your punches better, and number two, they hit harder, bro. And so I'm not saying that Vergil Ortiz is as accomplished as Ramirez. I'm not saying that he's a overall better fighter than Ramirez, but right now he punches harder, he's stronger, he's more lively on his feet, and he's basically a bigger version, and he has a blueprint in front of him. His people can literally go to the Maurice Hooker fight versus Ramirez and say, hey, this is how he beat him. This is what you need to do. And I think Vergil Ortiz will be able to implement that game plan and do some of the same stuff and force Maurice Hooker to fight him. And I think Vergil Ortiz will prove to be the harder puncher and put them combinations together. And I think he eventually stops. I think he eventually stops Maurice Hooker, bro. I think it's a great step-up fight for him. It's showing that his team and the people that's handling him, they believe in him, because Maurice Hooker is no push-up. And so for Maurice Hooker to be your step-up fight, it says a lot about what your people think about you, and it says a lot about what you think about yourself. So that's my take on it, bro. I think Maurice Hooker is going to put up a valiant fight. It's a huge fight for him. He's going to come ready to go, because at this point, like, if he loses this fight, if Maurice Hooker loses this fight, as I'm predicting that he does, what does he do from here? He won't be considered a contender at 147 pounds. Now, do you go back down to 140 pounds? So, he could go from champion to contender to gatekeeper all in a matter of 2 fights between Ramirez and Vergil Ortiz if this doesn't go his way. So I'm hoping that, he comes to fight and comes prepared. I just don't see it ending well for him, bro. I think Vergil Ortiz is a bad matchup for him. I think it's just a bad matchup, and I think he's going to get stopped, man. Between rounds 6 to 8. That's kind of my thoughts on it, man. That's what I think is going to happen later this month.
I think I'm on the same verge as you, bro. I look at Maurice Hooker, no defense. No, yep. He ain't got no defense, bro. And it's like you say, even when he do get hurt, he don't know how to hold on or nothing like that. I don't know if his defense mechanism is to just fight back or some shit like that, but that's what it be looking like, bro, because you can't go out there and just, throw against a punch. And now, credit, he can fight. Maurice Hooker can fight his ass off. That's one thing you can't take away from him. The motherfucker can fight his ass off. And that's what I feel like. That's the only thing that scared me about him, because you just fight too much. And looking at Bomac, do you go out there, Bomac, and try to, help him out with his defense, or help him try to take some of the sting off the punches and shit like that? That's the only thing. Like, go look at Maurice Hooker. Every time he get himself in trouble, he get hurt, things of that nature. He never try to clinch on and grab. His only thing he do is try to fight back.
No.
Yeah, and that's what, that's some scary shit. And Vergil Ortiz he's a big fucking puncher. I give it to him. Now, I ain't gonna make him the puncher that people try to make him out to be, but he can punch. Vergil Ortiz can punch, because the knockouts he got, I'm not taking it away from him. It ain't against the top level fighters, But nonetheless, if you got pop, you got pop. And Vergil Ortiz, you got pop. And with a wide open chin, or you making mistakes and you leaving yourself there for this man to catch you, he can hurt you. He can hurt you, bro. So I'm looking forward to what's the game plan they going out there with Vergil Ortiz. Not Vergil Ortiz, with Maurice Hooker. Now, is it do it contains defense? Do it contains using your distance, your length, and your reach, working off your jab and shit like that? Because if Mo can touch Vergil Ortiz, this is gonna be the hardest punch he ever been hit by. Maurice can crack, he can hit, bro, and that's what it's gonna come down to. Can Vergil Ortiz take a shot? Can he take a shot?
Yeah, for sure.
Right? And that's what it's gonna come down. If he can take that punch, if he can take that Maurice Hooker punch, and Virgil Ortiz, he ain't the Mexican just go out there and just want to brawl it out. He got some method to his madness. He's smart in there as well. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be careful. We got to be careful on what's going on and not to try to do too much. Virgil Ortiz, knowing it's your big step up fight. You can't go in there and try to, you know what I mean, do too much too quick. Because Maurice Hooker ain't just anybody that you just go walk in there and get the fuck up out of there. Now I do got you. Yeah, I seen it, Lori. I had thank you early on when you had sent it to me. Did you hear me when I thank you? But you know, he ain't just no motherfucker. You fit just go in there and rush out like none of these other dudes. You feel me? So with that being said, it's gonna be a good scrap, bro. It's gonna be a good scrap, and I like this fight a lot, bro. When I seen it get signs here to deliver, I said, okay, they moving Virgil the right way. They moving him the right way. You know what I mean? Boots taking on Sergey Lipinets, he getting moved the right way now to where both of them boys they're gonna be on the verge of meeting up, bro. And I fucking pray nothing stop that. You know what I mean? That how you say it, that crash course. Nothing stop that. Yeah, I want Virgil Ortiz and Jerron Boots in it, bro. I want them to meet up and bang it out. Mark should say, is Hooker Ortiz for a title? No.
Ain't no title. It's a 140, 147 pound. And to your defense point, bro, like Bomac to me, man. Like if you look at Terrence Crawford's fights lately, bro, like he ain't been the most defensively sound. So I wonder that's what also has me picking Virgil Ortiz. Like I wonder what he can do with Maurice Hooker's defense, bro, because Terrence Crawford and Bomac, like Terrence Crawford's been knocking dudes out. He's been stopping dudes, but
wait a minute. I'm sorry, Lori. I misread it, Queen. I'm sorry. Okay, you said drop some love in this game. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you said I dropped something. Okay. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
No, you bro, but yeah, just I don't know. And then it's hard to get better on your defense, like in this short amount of time, bro. And so I see that, and then I also see like the trainer Bomac, like he's great at what he does. But if you look at his fighter, like Terrence Crawford, his main fighter, bro, like Terrence Crawford has been kind of shaky on defense lately. Like he been getting hit, dude's been able to hit him. His feet ain't the same as they was when he was in a younger weight class. I think a lot of that is age, but a lot of that can also be, you know, how the training is going. So I don't think Maurice Hooker is going to be able to shore up the holes in his game that he showed against Ramirez. And I think Ortiz is he's just strong, man. He's basically stronger and faster and more skilled than what Maurice Hooker just lost to. And again, bro, these dudes is different. It may seem like only 7 pounds to some of y'all, but the difference between the power and the pop at 140 pounds and 147 pounds is different. And you made a good point. You said Maurice Hooker can hit too, but do we know if he can hit for 147 pounder? That's another thing that has me questioning him. So I gotta lean towards Virgil Ortiz, man. We'll see what happens, but I think we're on the same page. You think Virgil Ortiz is gonna stop him too, right?
I think he's gonna stop him bad, bro. Like
bad, like what round you say? I think somewhere between.
I say we're around the 6 or the 7, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and I like just
and that's like out of respect. That's out of respect for Maurice Hooker, to be honest.
Yeah, bro. Depends on what style he fight. It depends on what style he fight. And like I say, I respect Bomac to the fullest, you feel me? But it's like I said, it's gonna come down to what type of fight Maurice Hooker fight. Because if he come out there being the same old Hooker, bro, you know what I'm saying? And you just leaving it out there, balls to the walls, Ortiz gonna catch your ass. He gonna catch you. You know what I mean? He gonna catch you, bro. And when he catch you, Lord. I don't want to see him go out like that neither, bro. I don't want to see him go out like that neither. I was wondering when people go up and down in weight class, how things will go. Just her listening. Yeah, but you know, they both come how things would always go. I don't know. I was wondering when people go up or down in weight classes, how things will go. Just her listening. Are you saying like what? Like, are they going to perform to the best of their ability by going up or going down? Beautiful yours. You got to enlighten me a little bit more. But both of them coming from 140. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Both of them coming from 140. You know what I mean? But just looking at the overall skill set, looking at them and just seeing how they fight in the ring, you got to say Vergil Ortiz is the better overall fighter. Maurice Hooker is the former world champion. He got the better resume, you can say, right? So we can get it to him. But overall, if we looking, you got to look at Vergil Ortiz and say he looked like the better overall fighter when you're looking at certain things. Now, like I say, it's still gonna come down to can Vergil Ortiz take that shot. My brother Will McClay, thank you so much in the cash app, fam. Much love, much appreciated, my brother. It's gonna come down to knockout. Can he take that shot, bro? Mm-hmm. Can he take that shot? Because, like I say, he can crack, bro. And Vergil can get hit. Vergil can be hit. You know what I'm saying? So it's got, like I say, it's interesting, bro. I like the fight. It's the right step up fight for him. It's the right step up fight for him, bro. What's your thoughts, though? You say Hooker dope as a boxer. Yeah, he is. Like, I like him, bro. Like, Maurice Hooker gave me a shout out, man. Had a pleasure to talk to him and all that, bro. But I just got to keep it real. Bro. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be yourself. Got to state your opinion, shit.
Yeah. So, what's your thoughts on Jaron Ennis and Sergey Lipinets?
Oh, man, I think Boots going to style on old buddy.
Yeah.
He going to style on him. Shit, he was on his way to styling on Van Heerden. I think Boots going to do him bad. He going to do him bad. Like, Lipinets is a great test for him because he's going to test Jaron Ennis and make Jaron Ennis focus. But, man, bro, Boots, it's too much skill and it's too much talent there, bro. I think Lipinets is just a step in the right direction, bro. I think he's going to stop him. I wouldn't be surprised if he stopped him in the first 5 rounds. I'm going to show respect for Lipinets and what he's doing at this point in his career. And I'm going to say I'm going to give him round 6 to 8, just like I'm giving Vergil Ortiz and Maurice Hooker. But I think Ennis is too damn athletic. I think he's
knock out. Cook for me. I'll take this call, fam.
Yeah, I got you. I think that Boots is going to be too athletic. I think he's going to be too strong. I think he's going to be too skilled. I just think he's something that Sergey Lipinets has never had in front of him before, bro. He's never had this type of person in front of him, y'all. So I got to go with Jaron Boots Ennis. It's a good step up fight for him. He's 26-0. It's about time. And I think this is his coming out party. I think this is where he announces to the world that he's a top 5 to top 7 welterweight and that he's looking for all the smoke with all of these top dudes, man. So that's what I think about it. Get to some of these comments for money. Ortiz is sharp. Hooker jumping straight to welterweight against Ortiz. Ortiz has fought at welterweight. That's a fact, coach. That's why I'm picking Ortiz too. We on the same page. But yeah, back to Jaron Boots Ennis. I like how his team is moving him. I like how he's stepping up finally, and he has a lot of experience. For somebody just being in their early 20s, he has a lot of experience. And yeah, Lori, I agree. Boots is cut from a different cloth. That's why I think it's gonna be different. He got his head on straight. That's what I like the most about him. Like in the ring, all that talent and shit, that's cool. Like I've seen talented fighters before. You feel what I'm saying? I've also seen that talent squandered. I've also seen that talent be wasted. You know what I mean? Boots Ennis seems like the type to this point in his career, he worked hard. And anybody that work hard like that, anybody that's prepared, I think he's just prepared for the moment. For him to be 23 years old, he's very mature. You don't never hear about him being in shit. You don't ever hear about him doing nothing out the way. You know what I'm saying? And so with that being said, I think he's going to do Sergey Lipinets bad because this is the biggest fight in his career. And when I'm dealing with a fighter or I'm dealing with an athlete that's so focused, that works so hard, I always trust him in the big moments. That's why I always trusted Floyd Mayweather when he was fighting. I ain't saying Boots Ennis is Floyd Mayweather. Don't get me wrong. Don't nobody crop this. Don't screenshot the shit and say I said some shit I didn't say. I just think that when you are focused in and you have that level of talent, in the big moments, that's when you come through. That's when you show up the most. And so that's what I'm expecting from Boots Ennis, y'all. I expect him to have the best performance to this point in his career. I do want to see him get hit, though. I want to see him get hit by Lipinets to see if he can take a punch from a good fighter. You know what I mean? And so if he's able to do that, ain't nothing in the ring that Boots Ennis can't do. And it's kind of like with Vergil Ortiz. If I'm looking at a fighter, just so y'all know from how my mind works and how I think about it, if I'm looking at you, and the main question that I have about you is whether or not you can take a punch, then I'm rocking with you, bro. If you already check the athleticism box, if you already check the skill set box, if you already check the talent box, if you already check the work ethic box, if you check all those boxes for me, and all I have to worry about is whether or not you can take a punch, if that's the last question that I have of you, I'm rocking with you until I'm proven wrong. And that's why I'm at with Boots Ennis. Yes, he has to prove he can take a punch. He has to prove that shit. And you don't get to prove that shit when you as good as him until you start getting in there with top fighters. Sergey Lipinets is by no word of the definition a top fighter, but he is a good test. And I think he's gonna pass. I think Boots is gonna pass this test with flying colors. I see him taking it serious because he came out. If y'all was watching, I know he got called a no contest. He came out like a bat out of hell in that Van Heerden fight. And if you follow the sport closely, you know he been stewing, bro. He been pissed off. He been itching to get back in the ring to keep his career going. And he was pissed that fight ended the way that it did. And you do not want somebody that's that focused, that angry, and that talented to be in the ring opposite you, bro. I think Boots gonna do him bad, money. I think he gonna do him bad when they fight, bro. It's just my opinion.
Hey, I like the fight. I like the matchup. We seen what happened with Castillo played and Sergey Lipinets. A lot of people thought he lost the fight. It was a close fight. I thought Castillo put it out myself, but I wanted to, like when fights be that close like that, I want to go back and watch them over because sometimes you can miss things, especially when you stream. Now, I haven't went back and watched that fight over. Now, once Sergey is a hell of a fighter. Sergey Lipinets is one hell of a fighter. One hell of a fighter. I respect him. I like his skill set. Him going up against Mikey Garcia at 140 was a good scrap, but he ended up losing to Mikey, and I do think Boots is more talented than Mikey Garcia. I do. And like you said about Jaron Ennis, bro, there's nothing that you shouldn't like about Jaron Ennis. Now, I got on Jaron Ennis' ass for saying he had walked through Earl Spence like wet tissue. He got more skills to turn Bud Crawford. He's supposed to feel like that. Just because me telling him, saying some shit like that, that don't mean he's not supposed to feel like that. He's supposed to feel how that, especially if you're at 147. He been doing all the right shit. He been saying all the right shit. He want to fight the best. He want to prove he the best. His work ethic is crazy out there in Philly. The shit him and his pops do is you know what I mean? It's some old school, real rough, rugged shit. You know what I mean? You see a lot of other people with the high power performance gyms and all that shit. You see them boys back there like motherfucking Rocky Balboa, like doing the shit that motherfuckers used to do back. You know what I mean?
Tarzan and shit, bro. You see him climbing the fucking
back there, not like that rough, rugged shit, bro, that you like to see. You know what I mean? Now, what I will want him to do is to slow the fuck down. I do want to see him slow the fuck down because what happened though, knockout, if he can get him past 6 or 7 rounds, how do he respond? You know what I mean? How do the energy level is and things of that nature? So I think Sergey Lipinets go answer a few questions against Jaron Boots Ennis. Now I do got Jaron Boots Ennis winning this fight. Could he stop Sergey Lipinets? You fucking right he can. He got the skill set to stop him. Will he stop him? I don't know. I don't know if he stop him. I don't know. Like I do think Sergey Lipinets have enough skills and enough talent to go 10 or 12 rounds with Boots Ennis. But with that being said, Boots Ennis, he's a big boy, bro. He's a big boy. He's a big welterweight, and he can punch. He can punch. But sometimes he show off a little bit too much in the ring. I criticize him on that shit. I want to see if he stay focused against the toughest test of his career, right? Because I wanted him to go like my lineup for him, bro. And it's crazy the shit was playing out like this. And y'all can go back and see that I'm on record saying this shit. Thomas Dulome, Jose Cito Lopez, and Sergey Lipinets, bro. Those are 3 fights that I picked for Jaron Ennis to put himself in position. And then I wanted him to take on Danny Garcia and take that Philly spot from Danny. I know they're homeboys. I don't know how close they is. I really don't know how close they is. But Danny still hold a good position at the welterweight division. You see what I'm saying? You take on them boys, and then if you can go take out Danny Garcia for the king of Philly, because right now Danny still hold that spot at welterweight in Philly. If you can go take that spot from Danny Garcia, put you in position for everything that you want, bro. You want to fight Earl Spence? You want to fight Bud Crawford? You want to fight Sean Porter? You go beat Danny Garcia, bro, and you right in position to do what you want to do. You feel me? You are in position, bro. Boots on the mission. He a gym rat. I mean, that's everybody coming up. That's everybody coming up. Everybody a gym rat in the beginning. I'm not saying he goes change up and things of that nature, but that's everybody coming up, especially when you're hungry. I'm saying when you gonna get hungry, you got something to prove. You got something to prove, bro. So I'm not saying that early on down the line that he ain't go be the same boost if he get to stardom and all that shit, but we gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. But
that got to be true.
With the Sergey Lipinets fight, I feel like Boots gonna come out and try to jump on him, come out on fire and shit like that. You know what I mean? But I wanted to be a little bit more patient and let the fight come to him and don't go out there and rush. Because that's what happened in a Chris Verhoeven fight. He went out there rushing, right? And I was on record saying it, bro. Well, I say, man, slow down, for you motherfuckers end up clashing heads. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard you say that shit before about him. When I heard you
bro.
Before, yeah.
And just like I said, like I was saying I wasn't saying he was gonna get it. I mean, I wasn't saying that Verhoeven will get a cut. I was talking about for him. And it turned out Chris Verhoeven ended up getting a cut, and that was that. I'm like, God damn, bro. I was really pissed off. I'm like, come on, man. Because he was looking good and he was gonna stop him. He was looking damn good, bro. But this is his toughest competition yet, right? This is one hell of a fight. This is the fight that could put him on that level. You feel me? And we're gonna see how he fares in this fight. But I do think he go out there and beat the shit out of him. I will say that.
You think it's going the distance though, bro?
Yeah, I believe it might go the distance, bro. I believe this fight might go the distance. I believe Jaron Ennis and Sergey Lipinets, because of Sergey Lipinets, bro, he got that style, that European style, to where if the shit get going right, and fighters can fight to survive. I think Sergey Lipinets is one of them fighters that know how to fight to survive. You feel me?
He be on some Mikey Garcia, Earl Spence shit and be like, okay, this motherfucker hit hard. He beating the shit out of me. I'm just trying to make it.
I'm gonna do enough, bro, to make it to the end of these rounds. I'm gonna do enough on your ass to make it to the end of these rounds. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it might come out after about 6 of them bitches or 6 or 7. Now, Boots, like I say, he can get him out. If he go in that motherfucker no bullshit, not playing in the ring, playing with your food and shit like that, and he like all the way on this shit, like I think he will, because he understands it's the biggest test of his career. Yeah. I think Boots going there and he could. It's a possibility that he could stop him, bro. But I do see him beating the fuck out of him, being smart, being fast. But, you know, Sergey don't carry that big power punch to say Boots got to look out for that shot. And then for him coming from 140 to 147, you're not bigger than Jaron Ennis. You know what I mean? You're not bigger than him. So, you know, I don't think you got to worry about the power shot, but you still got to be worried about getting hit. You still got to be worried about getting hit. So it's going to be very interesting, bro. It's very interesting. I like the fight. I like the style. I like the matchup. You know what I mean? And we go see how it plays out. But I do got Boots Ennis winning that fight, looking victorious and looking spectacular. Looking spectacular and being victorious. I just want him and Virgil Ortiz to meet up, bro. I do not want that fight to get fucked around. That's the fight for me. Like at 147, out of the young boys coming up, that's one of the big fights that I want to see.
Yeah, that's gonna be a barn burn. I think we're on the same page. I got a little bit more faith that he gonna knock him out. So I'm sticking to the knockout prediction. I think he gonna prove to be too much, bro. I think he gonna run through him. I ain't saying like early, but I think he gonna jump on him and he gonna do him bad. And a lot of stuff that you touched on, I think the focus is gonna be there. I think the not playing around is gonna be there. That's what I'm banking on. I think he's gonna go in there, take this serious, and really try to make a statement because he's so close, bro. He's so close to getting the top fighters. He's so close to becoming a champion. He like top 5 in a lot of the sanctioning bodies and shit right now. Everybody rocking with him right now, and he know that shit. And I think this is gonna be probably the best performance of his career. He just strike me as the top by the way that he work right now. And again, we can't speak to how he going when he start getting them Mims and he start getting them championship belts and shit. I don't know how he gonna act then, but for right now, he just the way that he focused, the way that he worked, bro. I just think when I see that, I just feel like he's gonna put on the best performance of his career, bro. I think he's gonna do Sergey Lipinets bad, man, because Sergey Lipinets has no advantages in this fight. He has none. And so I just feel like it's gonna be a coming out party, bro. And I'm gonna be there for it. You know, I hope I'm right because I rock with Boots heavy. And we'll see what happens, but I think he's gonna knock him out. I feel you though. Sergey Lipinets, if he get in there trying to survive, if Boots touch his ass a few times, like, oh shit, hell no, I ain't got nothing for this young dude, but he ain't about to embarrass my ass. I'm gonna go ahead and just do enough to make it through. Then it could be a unanimous decision because people like that, kind of how Gamboa did in there with Tank, kind of how Mikey Garcia did with Earl Spence. People that are high level fighters like that, you all right, money. They do know how to get in that ring, and if they know they can't fuck with you, they know how not to get knocked out. and that's all Mikey Garcia was trying to do. And I feel like that's all Gamboa was trying to do against Tank when he kept getting his ass knocked down. People like that with that type of pedigree that have been in there, have been in some wars, and have fought top competition, they know how to keep their ass from getting knocked out. They know how to run away from your ass and shell up and keep moving around the ring for 12 rounds. You know how to do that shit. And so I see what you're saying on that. I just don't think he's going to be able to get away from him. I think Boots' feet catch up to him. He cuts him off enough times to put that damage on him and knocks his ass out. Stops him.
So let me ask you this, bro. Got a few more topics. What's your thoughts on the Gary Russell and the Reyes fight though being made?
I like that fight, man. You know me. I want Gary Russell and Tank Davis so freaking bad, man. So bad. But that ain't the fight we're getting. We're getting Ray Vargas. I'm riding with Gary Russell, bro. I think Ray Vargas is coming up in weight. So Gary Russell is used to being at the weight class. Ray Vargas, though, he's a bad man. He's undefeated. You know, he's coming up. He had 34 fights, and he's a dog. So he's coming up and he's challenging Gary Russell immediately. So I like that about him. I like the ambition. I like the want to, because you know, it's a lot of other fights he could have took other than just taking Gary Russell, who in my opinion right now is the best 126 pounder going. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's gonna be a really good fight. I just think Gary Russell's gonna be too much for him, bro. I don't think Gary Russell only lost to Lomachenko, and that was a highly competitive fight. Lomachenko did win the fight though, but Gary Russell is nothing to play with. And I think coming up, I don't like this to be Ray Vargas's first fight coming up to featherweight, man. So we'll see though. We'll see what happens. But I got Gary Russell in that fight, man. I think that hand speed is gonna be the difference. I think being in the wars with the people that he's been in the war with, just because of the nature of the weight class that he's fighting at, it's featherweights that are way better than super bantamweights, in my opinion. So he's more tested than Ray Vargas, in my opinion. And you know, Gary Russell, he shines on people. You know, not named Vasily Lomachenko, he beats everybody else, bro. And unless it's him coming up to 130 or 135, I'm picking him against anybody from 126 down, bro. Any 122 pounders that try to come up, anybody that started at 118 that's trying to come up to 126, I got Gary Russell until proven otherwise, bro. Now, if he goes up to 130, 135, I think it's some people that'll give him a run for his money and beat him. But I don't think anybody at 126 or anybody coming up from another weight class is going to fuck with Gary Russell Jr., bro.
Man, I'm with you on everything you said, bro. You couldn't have said enough better. I do like Ray Vargas, though, hell of a fighter. You know, he got popped before and shit like that. You feel me? But coming up to 26 fucking with Gary, yeah, you're a hell of a fighter, and I respect you. But Gary I'm with you. Like, he the man at 126, bro. That's his division. He the guy, and nobody's going to beat him at 126. Nobody's going to beat him. But I do like the name. I do like the Ray Vargas name for Gary Russell. I do like that you is, you know what I mean? Like, this is your lane. This is your legacy. You know what I mean? This is your lane. This is your legacy. You went out there, okay, like, fuck y'all. I'm going to do what I got to do to put Gary Russell on the map. And that's all I wanted from Gary in the beginning, bro. If we can't get the fights with this fighter, that fighter, I'm going to do what I got to do to put my name on the map. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Give me him. Give me him. They don't want to fight me. Give me him. You know what I mean? Yep. Let the fans be the ones that say, oh, you motherfuckers ducking Gary, y'all don't want to fight me. You don't have to say it because we go see it. Not saying you don't, you know what I mean? You don't have to put it out there, but we go see it, and you best believe we go rock with that shit. You know what I mean? But with Ray Vargas coming up, I like the scrap for Gary, man. I think it's a fight that's well deserving for him. I think it's gonna do I ain't gonna say wonders, like it just go blow him up, but it's gonna do something good for him, bro. Bringing that Mexican in there, you fighting him, you taking on somebody that's, you know, got a name, because Ray Vargas is known. He's known. You know what I'm saying? He's known. And he got his fan base that fucks with him. They fuck with him, you know what I'm saying? So you bring that up there, you facing that, bro, and you know, you go out there, you win in spectacular fashion. We'll see how much it does for you. I ain't gonna say that it'll do wonders for you to where it's okay, now it's gonna force these boys to get into the ring with you. But it's damn sure gonna do a test of a good deal for you to put you in position to say, okay, we see Gary, somebody need to fight the man. You know what I'm saying? But we'll just see how far it take him to the point to where if it forced a Gervonta Davis or somebody like that, you know what I mean? But I want Gary to go to 130, man.
I've been wanting to go to 130, bro. Yeah, I've been wanting. I'm just glad it's not another mandatory defense. And now what I want for Gary Russell after this Ray Vargas fight, assuming that you get past him, bro, fight again this year, bro. Fight again. Keep staying busy. Try to find you another opponent that's like this that you can keep making a name off of, bro. Keep fighting, stay busy, keep your name in the press. And the same thing that I asked of Devin Haney, when you beat the shit out of one of these dudes, call the next one out, bro. You go in there, you beat the shit out of Ray Vargas, call out whoever you want at 130 pounds. Call out Leo Santa Cruz again, bro. Don't get prideful. Keep calling these dudes out. Keep saying, who do I have to beat? Keep beating these so-called top competition and call these dudes out, bro, so you can start getting the fights that you want to fight. Don't just come out and say people are ducking you, bro. It's the same thing I want for Devin Haney. You go in there, you beat the shit out of Jorge Linares if you can beat his ass, and then right after the fight, I still want Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez won't fight his ass. You go right back to the next fight. You fight somebody like Javier Fortuna or Lomachenko if you can make that fight happen. When you beat their ass, you call out Teofimo Lopez ass again, bro. That's how these dudes need to start moving. They got people moving around them and not wanting to fight them. You go fight the best possible competition that you can fight, and then you call out some people some more. You keep doing that shit because we hear you as the fans, and shit, we want to see the fights too. We'll push for that shit for you. I'm going clamor and I'm going to talk shit that this Ray Vargas fight is a damn good fight. That people need to watch this fight, and if Gary Russell beats the shit out of this dude like I think he will, he deserves better fights, bro. Somebody please fight Gary Russell Jr. Somebody please fight Devin Haney. I'm going to keep saying that shit until somebody fights these dudes, bro.
Facts. Young Billionaire, what's going down, bro? What's going down? Young Billionaire, I seen you talking shit about my dude Spence with, with Ugly Man, Mr. LTBA, bro. I told you I watch everything, champ. I watch everything.
You can't be talking shit about Spence, bro.
Seen you talking shit about my guy, bro. Seen you saying Derrick James, them, this, that, and third. It's all good, though. It's all good. We coming up to the end of the show, but you'll jump in another time. We'll touch on that topic. But we're gonna touch on this one, knockout, then we'll get up out this bitch, bro.
Right.
Josh Taylor, bro. And Ramirez is set for May 22nd. Big dog shit, and it's going down in Vegas, bro. I really want to be in attendance for that fight, bro. Like that's something I want to see that fight, like with my own two eyes. It's gonna be one hell of a fight. But Josh Taylor told Ramirez, "I'm gonna whoop your ass, buddy." But then he said he going up for Terrence Bud Crawford, bro. So Josh Taylor said he wants Terrence Bud Crawford, bro. You feel me? First of all, what's your thoughts on the Ramirez and Josh Taylor fight? And assuming Josh Taylor be victorious and going up to 147, how do you see a Josh Taylor versus Terrence Bud Crawford? Even though we want Bud to fight Earl.
I feel you. I'm going to break it down. I ain't going to predict it just yet because it's a few months away. But here's what I say about that fight right now. Josh Taylor and Ramirez, I think, is a damn good fight. It's for undisputed. It's what boxing fans need. It's what we should all be cheering for and what we should all be rooting for our fighters to do. Josh Taylor is an absolute dog. So for those of y'all that think that Knockout Boxing 86 TV and Money Brown TV that we got some sort of color bias or whatever the hell you try to put these narratives on us, bro, Josh Taylor is a dog, and I'm a fan of how he moves and how he wants to be great and how he challenges himself. Same for Ramirez. I see that fight can go one of two ways. I think Josh Taylor has an ability as the longer, bigger man to use his reach, and he can fight from the outside. He can fight from the inside too, but his advantage will be if that fight is fought from a distance. That's my opinion. If he tries to get in a dog fight with Ramirez and tries to fight on the inside as he did with Regis Prograis, I think Ramirez will have some advantages in that fight because Ramirez, that's his style, bro. That's his style. It's that Mexican style, brawling style where he will come at you full force. He can take a lick. He will get inside on you, and he will work your ass if you let him, bro. So Josh Taylor's advantages will be from the outside in that fight. I think it's a damn good fight, though. I'm looking forward to that fight on May 22nd. Now, if Josh Taylor does win that fight and he wants to go up to fight Terrence Crawford, I hope that it's after Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. I don't like it, y'all. And the reason that I don't like it is because I think it'll be another fight to get in the way of undisputed at the welterweight division. Let's say Terrence Crawford fights. Hopefully he has a fight announced in the next month. I don't know when he's going to fight this year, but hopefully that Sean Porter fights get made. And let's say Terrence Crawford fights somewhere between May and August or some shit, while Josh Taylor's already confirmed to fight May 22nd. You feel what I'm saying? And then Errol Spence, I think that fight's going to get announced with him and Urdinas. They're going to probably fight sometime in the summer too. I expect a lot of fights in the late spring and in the summer this year. So when those fights happen, I would hate for Terrence Crawford to beat Sean Porter for Josh Taylor to beat Ramirez, and then later on in the year, instead of getting Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence, we get Terrence Crawford versus Josh Taylor. I just think Josh Taylor will be in the way at 147 right now, bro. I think I don't like it. I don't like it at all, man. I don't want him moving up trying to block Undisputed. I'm for Undisputed. I'm for unifying championships, and I don't want to see Josh Taylor getting away of Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Now, if they don't fight by the end of this year, I don't give a damn. Josh Taylor, move up, challenge Terrence Crawford, because I believe we are at a time where this fight between Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford needs to fucking happen this year in 2021, bro, based on everything that's about to happen and who it looks like they're both fighting. If that shit don't happen in 2021, I don't know when the hell it's going to happen, bro. And so I like the idea. I like, don't nobody get it twisted. I love his aspirations to be greatness. I'm talking about Josh Taylor. I love the fact that he's fighting for Undisputed. I love the fact that he's already letting people know, look, after I beat the shit out of Ramirez, I want to go up and I want to beat the shit out of Terrence Crawford. I like all that shit about how he's moving. But as a boxing fan, I don't want to see another fight get in the way of Undisputed, bro. I feel like we're at the end of the road. I feel like we've gotten Errol Spence and we've gotten Terrence Crawford to the point where they don't have much more wiggle room, where Errol Spence has a fight that logically makes sense to fight Yordenis Ugas, and then Terrence Crawford has a fight that logically makes sense to fight Sean Porter. And then after that, we're like, okay, shit, y'all have no one else to fight. Y'all need to fight each other. That's all y'all got left. But if Josh Taylor comes in, that's going to give Bob Arum, that's going to give Terrence Crawford fans, that's going to give, you know, people that don't want to see Undisputed, don't want to see the fight for whatever reason, that's going to give them something to talk about and something to get in the way of Undisputed. And I'm for Undisputed, so I don't want him moving up until 2022. What I want Josh Taylor to do is defend if he wins Undisputed, maybe give Regis Prograis a damn rematch, right? If you can't give Regis Prograis a rematch or some shit, then fight whoever a top contender is, defend your Undisputed title one time while Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence are unifying, and then move up at the beginning of 2022, bro. If you fight, I like for you to move up at the beginning of the year, bro. Don't move up at the end of the year, in the middle of the year. Move up after you defend your title at least one time, bro, so that we can get Undisputed between Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. That's what I would like to happen, but no shade at Josh Taylor whatsoever. I respect the fact that he wants to move up, bro.
Facts on facts. I think I'm with Coach on this. And Coach say, Josh Taylor is going to beat Ramirez's ass. Ramirez started too slow. He gets hit too much. There's a reason Ramirez didn't enter the World Boxing Super Series. I think Josh Taylor, like I said, him and Regis was the number one, number two to me. I do like Ramirez. I do like his come forward style, the way he fight. I don't think he's just going to be able to hang with Taylor, bro. I think he got the better adjustments. I think he the better jabber. I think he the better boxer. I think he got the better defense. You know what I'm saying? Now, Ramirez can try to force him to fight this type of fight. And you can, because Josh Taylor, he like to fight as well. You can't force him to fight your style. But even with that being said, you know, that motherfucker's strong, bro. He's strong. So we'll see. What Ramirez coming to the ring. Knock out you jumping too far ahead. Porter might beat Crawford. Shit, that's if you fight Crawford. I mean, that's if you fight Porter. But nonetheless, right? I like that fight, man. I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight. Ramirez, he gonna make it a fight. Do Josh Taylor stop him? I don't think so. I don't think he stopped him. But I do think he beat the shit out of him, like you say, Coach. I think once he pick up on him, Ramirez fight at one speed, he fight at one pace, he gonna come forward, try to bang it out. And I think my man's gonna make all the all the adjustments. He gonna make all the adjustments in the ring, you know, to hit his ass with. I don't think you want to ward out like he did with Regis Prograis. Even though I don't think Ramirez hit harder than Regis Prograis, but I think he is more he's more active than Regis Prograis. It's where he throws more punches. You feel me?
Yeah. Regis Prograis throw one punch and he like to admire his work and shit. Ramirez just gonna keep banging away at you. Yeah.
Keep coming and try to, you know, overwhelm your ass. You know what I mean? And I don't think he gonna overwhelm Josh Taylor. I think once he get hit by something with Josh Taylor hit his ass with, it's gonna slow his ass down just a little bit. But his style is his style. Like I say, I'm not gonna count out Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia is one hell of a coach. He can get in there and mix and match some shit up and come in with a game plan. But do my man stick to the game plan is gonna be the question. Could Ramirez stick to the game plan? That's what it's gonna come down to. Could he stick to the game plan that they draw up? But I just think Josh Taylor is just too good of a fighter. You know what I mean? For whatever Ramirez bring, I think he gonna have an answer for. You know, Now him going up to 147, saying he won't turn Bud Crawford. I like it. I like it, bro. I don't know, like I believe we do get Earl versus Bud first, but Bud is gonna be. I don't think Bud going to 54. You know what I'm saying? Bud
he ain't going to 54. I know we ain't talking about that much today, but man, he better not.
Yeah, we'll pick that on another level. You can just I'm gonna play this one little clip I want y'all to hear too. That's for you, billionaire, if you're still in the building, child. But you know, 54 is what Earl going to. So Bud is still gonna be at 147. Josh Taylor become undisputed. You got Terrence Bud Crawford and Josh Taylor, two former undisputed champions. Two former undisputed champions. Now, yes, Bud been at 147 the longest. He already reigned. He been champ since 18, if I'm not mistaken. He been champion at 154 since 147 since 2018. So you know he solidified at 47. But I think Josh Taylor can go up to 47 and fit right in because he's coming from 140, and Josh Taylor is a big 140 pounder. He's a big 140 pounder. So I think he can go to 47 to fit right in with his skill set. Like I tell people, he's a highly decorated amateur. You know, he got all the fucking accolades that you can name out there. So by him going up to 47, he get a few fights on his belt. If Earl beat Bud and become undisputed, Earl go to 54. He relinquish the titles. You got titles out there to be grabbed. Now I know the sanctioning body gonna have people in position, but you coming up being undisputed champion, you're going to be hiring them sanctioning bodies to fight for one of them titles. You know what I'm saying? Could the WBO be right there for Bud and Taylor to get in there and mix it up with? Is Virgil Ortiz gonna be right there for a scrap? You know what I mean? Do my man Boots Ennis be right there for a scrap? So this just assuming Earl Spence beat Terrence Bud Crawford and vacate the titles. I know Coach say we can't overlook Porter and Bud, and that's a fact. We just hypothetically speaking. You know what I'm saying? So if he go up, him and Bud can be right there for a WBO scrap again and make for one hell of a fight. Now I would pick Bud to win. But Josh Taylor is a bad fucking fighter, bro. Like that dude can fight his ass off. He can fight his ass off. And I respect that fight to the fullest, bro. It's a fight that I would love to see. It's a fight that I would pay to see. I think highly of Josh Taylor, bro. I think highly of Josh Taylor, like for real, bro. I think he one bad motherfucker. Coach say Josh Taylor is not a Maurice Hooker. Hooker was outboxing Ramirez before he ran out of gas and got caught. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. I think Josh Taylor is levels above Maurice Hooker. That's just me. I think he levels above. You feel me? But it'll make for one hell of a fight, Josh Taylor and Terrence Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? They'll get in there and mix it up just fine. And like you say, knockout. Bud has been getting hit more than ever lately. I don't even think he used his legs like he used his legs. And
yeah, bro, he don't move at all. He don't move.
Yeah, at 140, like we seen him at 135 and 140. Man, legs was amazing, bro. Amazing. Love Terrence Crawford legs, but he don't use them legs. He don't use them legs at 147. And man, Keon sat down and watched the fights. Man, he got hit a lot with fucking Benavidez. And he got hit a lot with Mean Machine. You know what I'm saying? Them boys was touching him. So
Mean Machine dropped his ass, bro.
Hell yeah, he dropped him. They tried to make it like they want to drop. Hell yeah, he dropped him. That was a drop like a motherfucker. You know, so we'll see. It's a hell of a fight. You know, just something to touch on. You know, things like that. But I think if Josh Taylor become undisputed and move up, he put himself in position. He put himself in position to face Terrence Bud Crawford for a world title, assuming Earl Spence beat Bud, vacate the titles, and go to 54. You know, but it's a fight that I want to see, and it's a highly competitive fight that I think will go down as one of the best fights of that year whenever it happens. Now
I just love how he's saying what he want to do and shit, bro. And I be clamoring and begging for fighters to do that shit. Like, tell me who you want to fight, bro. Tell me what you want next. I love that shit about Josh Taylor. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I like moves, bro.
It was cool. This just for my man Young Billionaire. See, Young Billionaire, when you jump from channel to channel, bro, and you listen to people that talk, you got to understand that man could really have a personal vendetta against Derrick James, man. He have a personal vendetta against Derrick James for whatever reason. So when you jumping on the panel with that man and he talking about Derrick James, he keep telling you the same story that he keep talking about. And Derrick James broke that shit down on my channel. You know, Earl ain't never said no shit how he trying to make that shit out to be to Derrick James. You understand what I'm saying? But I want y'all to listen to this, and I want to, like, Young Billionaire, told you, bro, don't nothing get past Monty Brown, bro. I watch everything, child. I watched everything. I seen you on Correa. I seen you on even on UGC shit. So if you go say one thing, stand on what you say, dog. I understand you like Terrence Bud Crawford. I understand you feel like he gonna beat Earl Spence. But if you're on this channel saying, you know what I mean, you feel like the fight gonna happen and Spence ain't ducking and ain't doing this and ain't doing that, then stand on that shit, bro. Don't go to somebody else's channel and you know what I mean, retract what you feel and not speaking what you really feel, unless you talking bullshit to us. You know what I'm saying? You just saying bullshit to me and knockout and want us to believe this shit. And you go say something else somewhere else though. But I want y'all to listen to this, then we'll get the fuck up out of here, man. I've been holding y'all already for 220.
I'm gonna tell you, in my personal opinion, I think he's the one more than Errol standing in the way of Bud Crawford not fighting Errol Spence. I think he's even more important. I think he's the most important figure besides, because I think he's more important to this fight not happening than even Al Heyman and them. Why you say that, man? Told or whatever you want to do. I don't think Derrick James wants them to fight Terrence Bud Crawford right now. Yeah, because he do be all in the videos and talking about no business sense, this business sense. It's like, damn, nigga. Like, it's like, damn, nigga, like, bro, like, don't you get 10%? Like, goddamn, so if this fight 20 million, Derrick James, you gonna get 2 million, you tripping. The most he got paid. The most he gonna get paid for any fight. And he don't want to make that fight. It don't make no business sense. But you about to fight guys that make business sense. So, and you know what's crazy though, bro? Like, too, like even with my beef with Illy Segment, like this little weasel rat looking motherfucker.
Now, y'all talking about Derrick James. He go put all this bullshit out there, make it as if, you know, like I said, this man think he bigger than Derrick James. That shit just delusion to me. Bro, Young B now, when you say things like Derrick James don't want to fight, Derrick James don't give a fuck who Earl Spence fight next. Derrick James been saying he want to see Earl Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford fight, right? He is the coach. He is gonna get Earl ready for Terrence Bud Crawford. He don't make business decisions for Earl Spence. He don't go out there, Earl, you shouldn't fight Bud Crawford, or he can't hold up nothing. You know what I mean? So when you up under Jesse, what we call him, Coach Jesse Lee Peters Jr. When you up under Jesse Lee Peters Jr., bro, you got to understand what you're listening to. Like, don't let his disdain for a coach or a fighter rub off on you. Like, when you say some shit like, "Oh, I don't think Derrick James want to fight," I think he holding up the fight more than Al Heyman and Earl Spence. Like, bro, that shit sound dumb as fuck. It really do sound dumb as fuck. Derrick James is not Earl Spence's manager. Derrick James is not his promoter or none of that. He don't advise Earl Spence. He is Earl Spence's trainer and close homeboy. They friends. You know what I mean? They got a brother-brother relationship. But if you think for 1 second that Derrick James will hold Earl Spence back from facing Terrence Bud Crawford, you have to be crazy out your motherfucking mind, bro. And there was a lot more said in this little video, but I'm tired as fuck right now to even get into that shit. But just to you, bro, be mindful of who you talking to and what you're talking about, and just riding with different narratives just to make up shit. Because certain shit sounds stupid, bro. You never knows who watching, you never knows who listening, bro. So just if you got something to say about a fighter, let it be your own opinion, man. I like people who have their own opinions on shit and don't let other people persuade them one way or another. Not me, not Knockout, not Keon, definitely not no motherfucking Jesse Lee Peters Jr. You know what I mean? Just be your own man, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go back and do your research before you say things like Derrick James is holding up the fight between Earl Spence Jr. and Terrence Bud Crawford. Derrick James had nothing but the most admiration for Terrence Bud Crawford. Show that man nothing but love. Only thing he came out and said was, if they his fans, they don't buy his fights. Yeah. If them are Terrence Bud Crawford fans, they don't buy his fights because it shows when you fight on pay-per-view what the fuck his numbers look like. That's all the man said. The man never said, I don't want Earl to fight him because of this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? You listen to this man rub his personal feelings off and talk about how he feeling because he got his dumb ass kicked out the count. And like he said to her, even when he didn't want me to come to the gym, he never said he didn't want this man to come to the gym. If Knockout opening up a gym, right, Knockout, if you opening up a gym and you putting your shit together, your gym not put together, right, but you are a personal trainer on the side and you just training your fighter and her and you train a few other, you know, personal clients because you tired of paying for gym space. You're like, fuck it, I'm opening up my own gym, but my shit ain't ready. I'm not letting no media people in. I'm not letting nobody in. You know what I'm saying? You telling me this shit, and I just get pissed off at you because you don't want to let me in. That make me a bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? So know what y'all dealing with and what's going down before y'all jump off into some shit, man.
Really. Real quick, young billionaire, to that question specifically, bro. Derrick James did an interview. Shout out to Black Fight Fan and shout out to the Fight Party. He did an interview with the Fight Party after Errol Spence beat up Danny Garcia. They asked him this question, bro. They asked him, hey, do you have certain fighters that you want to see your fighter to fight? Do you give advice on who they will fight? And Derrick James answered the question. He said, no, whatever my fighter wants, whoever my fighter wants to fight, that's not my job to worry about who they're fighting. My job is to train them and make sure that they're ready to go against whoever their opponent is. I want whatever my fighter wants. Those are his exact words, bro. So that's straight from the horse's mouth. I would just encourage you to go look at that interview, and that'll give you the answer to that question of whether or not Derrick James wants Errol Spence to fight Terrence Crawford. He said it out of his own mouth. He doesn't care who Errol Spence fights or who Jermell Charlo fights. He doesn't care who his fighters fight, bro. All he cares about is what they want. And if they want it, he wants it for them as their coach. That's what he said on an interview here on Black Fight Fan TV on their Trill Boxing Talk channel when they were doing the Fight Party with the two ladies that he does that show with when they interviewed Derrick James. So just go look it up, bro. Just go look it up and you'll get the answer that you're seeking on that one, bro.
Facts on facts. And I already know, coach. I won't really give him that sucker no play. I'm just giving, young billionaire some little game, man. You just gotta watch what you do, bro. I told you, man. We watch everything, we see everything, champ. But we've been going for 226. What's going down, my brother Swift in the building? Swift, what's going down, bro? How you feeling, champ? Let me get some last words knocked out so we get on up out of here.
Man, look, appreciate you having me on. Appreciate everybody that tuned in and watched us kick it today, man. It was a great show. Great time with Money Brown as always. If y'all want to catch me, man, easy, right there in my name, Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Once I get done giving my last words, I'll put the link in the channel one more time in case any of you are not subscribed to the channel. I ain't calling myself the best content creator, but you will get consistent content on a daily basis from me. So y'all come check me out, show your boy some love, man, and check out the channel, man. And then as to Money Brown, always, man, I appreciate you having me on. You were one of the first people to ever show me love when I first jumped on this YouTube shit 2 months ago, helping me grow my channel, allowing me to grace your platform. And we've got up to 200 subscribers in less than 2 months. And you're a big part of that, man. So thank you to you. Thank you to Key, if he's still on here, and everybody that showed me love so far, all my subscribers, everybody that's watching, man. I appreciate y'all, and the grind won't stop, man. Again, I ain't calling myself the best, but y'all come fuck with me. You'll get consistent content, bro.
Yes, sir, bro. This is all love, man. We'll continue to get to that 1,000. Like I say, a road to 1,000, bro. Man, I want to appreciate everybody for coming through, rocking out, showing love. Thank you to the ones who donated. Much love. Drop that link, Knockout. And make sure y'all go subscribe to Loyalty and Promotion. Man, I'm so damn tired. Loyalty, Promotion, and Boxing on Facebook. Lori, if you're still in here, drop the link. Make sure y'all go over there. Rock out with the girl, man. She got like one of the best boxing groups on Facebook. This is no lie. Favorite fighters in the billion, bro. And she keep it clean. She keep it clean, like I say. Long as you ain't on no bullshit, you're welcome. You're welcome. And I appreciate shit like that to where you showing fighters love. It's a great boxing group already. But not just that, you showing the fighters love and the fighters respect that type of shit. You feel me? They respect that type of shit. And there go the link by my brother Knockout. Make sure y'all click on that. You feel me? And show some love. The beautiful Shayna. No, it's all love. Shayna always say great show, Money and Knockout. Peace to you both. Peace to the chat and family. No love. You have a good one, Shayna. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, VA. I appreciate that, man. Come check me out.
No doubt. Y'all click on that link, man, and y'all hit that subscribe button, man. Show love. My bro I'm talking about grind day in, day out. Like I say, man, I love people who got their own way of thinking, bro. Not just coming on this motherfucking agreeing with everything somebody say or shit like that. You know what I mean? He go say what he say, he mean what he say, and he gonna have logic behind this shit. That's all you can ask for when talking this boxing game. You feel me? Or when you in life in general. Stand on your own too, man. Stand on your own too. Think how you want to think. As long as you ain't on no bullshit, you been respectful. You know what I mean? Who the fuck gonna tell you that you're wrong? That's just what it is, fam. That's just what it is. But like I said, I appreciate y'all for rocking with us. We've been going for 230. To the ones who donated, much love, much appreciated. My brother Swift just came through, show love, no doubt. Swift, thank you so much, champ. Much love, much appreciated, bro. But y'all know what it is. This your boy Mike. It's the NSBC moving. Ain't nobody safe in these streets. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to donate. OG Money on Cash App, Treyhouse52@gmail.com on PayPal. If you can't, just tell a friend, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share the video. Y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status. Y'all have a good one. Peace out, my brother Knockout, man. I appreciate you,
Peace, bro. Y'all take it easy.
Yes, sir. Peace out, coach.